Sweet. From the couch here in Winston-Salem, home of the, I guess we could call him third runner-up in the College World Series. You can see it back there on the right center field wall, the 2023 next to the College World Series. This is the home of the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, but tonight it's the Carolina Disco Turkeys starting a two-game homestand this weekend on the turf of Gene Hooks Field at David F. Couch Ballpark against the Kingsmen from Rock Hill, South Carolina. Brett Wiseman alongside Logan Allen, who's ditched his bullpen pitching duties for the course of the next 48 hours to be alongside me. You do. Logan, you and I talked a little bit about this last night, but this is a team that it looks a lot different than the Disco Turkeys teams we've seen the past couple of seasons in terms of not just the offense, but the quality of the pitching as well.
It does. It seems a lot better than it has in the past couple of years. From what I've seen from the start of the season, they're only getting started, and I can't wait to see what we do tonight.
We will see what Justin Porras can pour up there on the bump. We'll take a look at the lineup for the Kingsmen tonight. Darren Whitaker will lead off wearing jersey number 3. He'll be in center field tonight. Aiden Rice, the shortstop, wears number 6 and will play the 6th position on your scorecard and bat second. Cam Troyer, the right fielder, will wear number 18 and bat third. Bryce Frederick, the third baseman, will hit in the cleanup spot. Nick Solorzano, the designated hitter, will hit 5th. Blake Bevins, first baseman, will hit 6th. Jack Davis, the left fielder, will hit 7th. Ryan Flaherty, the second baseman, will hit 8th. And Jack Austin, the catcher, hits 9th as the first pitch from Porras misses up and away, ball 1 to Whitaker, and we are underway. One misses inside once again, 2-0. Light sprinkle here at the couch, but not anticipating anything severe during our time here as Porras misses high with another fastball that time, 3-0. 3-0 offering. Ball 4 is a 4-pitch walk to Whitaker to start the ball game, Logan.
Not the best way to start it, but we'll find a way to get out of it.
Rice in second, and as I say, I'm impressed with it. Short lead at first for Whitaker. He's being held there. The right-hander sets at the belt. Comes high again.
First pitch to Aiden Rice misses up and in, ball 1. So 5 straight balls to start the evening from Porras.
Sets at the belt again. McDuffie trying to get Porras trying to get
There's strike 1.
Strike 1.
Porras has only thrown 3 innings thus far on the season, but struck out 4 and not given up a run yet. 1-1 is right there on the outside corner, 1-2. Put a couple of good comeback pitches right there. Check on the runner at first. From the stretch, the 1-2 is fouled back.
Fouled back. 2-2 to count.
Rice, the shortstop tonight for these Kingsmen. Digs back in. From the stretch once again. That one misses outside. Count even now, 2-2.
Or 2-2 rather, excuse me.
Porras, the North Carolina A&T Aggie. It's a program, Logan, that just down the road is starting to build something pretty cool at War Memorial Stadium as they've joined the Colonial Athletic Association. As this one's popped up, first base side, catch is made there, and that's a big first out.
That'll bring up Captain Troyer.
Jonathan Barham made that one look pretty easy over there at first base, the big fella. Still holding the runner on. As Cam Troyer will stand in, the left-handed batting right fielder, wearing number 19 this evening.
Troyer steps in. Runner at first, 1 out. We're in the top of the first, just underway.
Runner goes, pitch is in there. A strike throw is low, picked on a short hop, and they got him.
Still over the bag. That sometimes is all it takes.
A good job right there by Bentley Yates of holding the tag on right there as the slide. Remember, Logan, this field, no part of this field is dirt. The mound isn't even dirt. So on that turf, you can slide a little bit off the bag, so a good job to hold the tag on and get the second out as that misses low. We've seen that quite a few times, especially in the regionals and the super regionals here in Winston-Salem with teams that weren't familiar with playing here, as that one's fouled off to the left as the rain starts to come down, a little bit of a heavier variety now.
Up things rain-wise.
With it raining all day, this turf is going to be extremely slippery as well.
But that's the good thing about playing on a field like this. If you can adjust to it, there's a lot of games you can get in on a surface like this. As that one misses high over the head of Conklin and to the backstop.
Takes the ball.
This one popped up.
Ball, third base side, that'll be out of play.
Third base side, that's out of play.
Upstairs for a ball.
There we go.
There we go. Now we're good. 2-1 count here with 2 down. Upstairs, that was actually ball 4 right there, so a 2-out walk. Both base runners
So here is Bryce Frederick, the third baseman.
reaching via the free pass from Porras, and Bryce Frederick will stand in. The cleanup hitter and third baseman tonight for the Kingsmen. Whitaker was caught stealing after a leadoff walk to him to start the inning. Runner goes again. Pitch is a strike. The throw down was high. Did he get the tag down? Yes, he did.
And that's going to do it for the Kingsmen here.
2 caught stealings and a pop out are what get Justin Porras around 2 leadoff walks in the top half of the first inning. Logan Conklin showing off the arm that Disco Turkey fans have become familiar with. Catches 2 runners against, and the Disco Turkeys come to bat when we come back to the couch. Back here at the couch in Winston-Salem, Bentley Yates to lead things off. Here's the rain has certainly picked up.
2 runners.
First pitch to Yates is in there, strike 1 from tonight's starter for the Kingsmen. That's the left-hander Caleb Cox.
Yates, the shortstop, he'll look at strike 1.
Rain starting to pick up even more now as Yates takes ball 1.
For a ball.
But again, Logan, with this surface, you can play through just about as heavy a downpour as possible until it starts puddling up. But when severe weather starts to get in, that's when you have to call things off.
Left-hander deals.
That one
Side for a ball.
inside and goes right through the wickets of the Kingsman backstop.
And as of now, it seems like this rain's not stopping anybody from doing anything.
Pretty good crowd here underneath the awning here from our spot behind home plate.
Shelter to our right.
That one
This is inside.
Misses inside, not by much. 3-1 count.
Bentley Yates, Dion Tubbs, and Caden Smith. Shortstop, center fielder, and DH for Disco Turkeys. Here is
3-1 to Yates. Ripped into left field. That's going to drop in. Base hit. Yates will make a wide turn around first. He'll stop halfway and dart back to the bag with a leadoff single.
So Disco Turkeys get their mojo working earlier. Kingsmen coming into tonight's game having lost their last 4 while in Alaska on their mission trip. Started off by winning the
And we'll see if
had a 4-0 start to start the season, but they're looking to snap a 4-game losing streak as they come in tonight.
A.J. Lewis, Scott Kirkby, Noah Anderson, and this coaching staff decide to be aggressive on the base pass, and stepping into the box is somebody who's known for that. It's Dion Tubbs.
Fluharty getting the start at second. Here's the pitch.
Tubbs, ground ball through the left side, base hit. Back-to-back hits to the left side to get the inning started, and 2 fleet-footed Disco Turkeys at first and second now.
Nobody out here in the home half of the first. That'll bring up.
With nobody out, and one more thing to note about this ballpark, Logan, is the dimensions. Something that a lot of the teams that came in here to the regionals and the super regionals that weren't familiar with this ballpark, it's just 310 feet down the left field line, but then you look down the right field line, just 300 feet.
It plays short but feels long.
The rain continues. It's a steady downpour.
Steady rain, but Disco Turkeys have first and second with nobody out.
Well, there goes the runner down to third, and catcher drops the ball.
And Yates will go. They'll hold Tubbs at first for the moment. They don't go double steal, but Yates takes third, and he's now 90 feet away. The first run of the game was still nobody out. Caden Smith, the designated hitter tonight. 267 average for him thus far on the year. 3 runs driven in.
Here comes the 1-0 offering with runners on the corners and nobody out.
There goes Tubbs. Pitch misses inside. Throw, not even close. Now Yates is going to come home. He is out at the plate.
Well, it was a delayed double steal.
Well, it was worth a shot early on here. Delayed double steal.
That's the first time I've seen that done this
The
season.
runner advances to second on the stolen
Probably not
base, but
place to try it.
Yates.
And either way, you stay out of a double play here with Tubbs moving up to second. So you still have a runner in scoring position.
Second baseman to the
Still a lot of
catcher.
speed on the bases too.
And Tubbs can take third here if he wanted to.
So Tubbs, the runner down.
Good secondary lead. That one on the outside corner for strike one.
1-1 the count.
1-1 the count to Caden Smith. Nico Noto is on deck, slashing quite the line. We'll tell you about it when he comes to the dish.
Pretty good lead at second.
1-1 count to Smith. Good secondary lead from Tubbs. That misses high, ball 2. And this is another one of those situations, Logan, and you can kind of attest to it as a pitcher, where when you've got speed on the base pass, sometimes, especially with the weather, it can kind of throw off the mechanics a little bit.
It does. It will especially make you nervous if you're not prepared for it.
Time called.
Time call by the home plate umpire.
Rain seems to have let up a bit. Not much, but you can see it starting to pool on top of the dugouts. 2-1.
Pitch, 2-1.
Foul back, and off goes the bat.
Stands.
Look out.
Stands.
Swing and a miss for strike.
There's a gentleman in a sunken Disco Turkeys t-shirt that's very happy he picked that one up. He's got to give it back, but
Not enough punch on that bat.
nope.
Well, I thought I've seen everything out of ballpark.
Well, I've seen that a few times.
Disco Turkeys change it.
And now Caden Smith is testing Nico Noto's bat grip. Let's see, is he using one of those lizard skins bat grips there?
That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, those things aren't foolproof. Sometimes you have to go for the old-fashioned pine tar.
Back in with a 2-2 counter.
There's
Runner
a
at
little bit of
second.
both.
We're scoreless. Bottom of
You can't do that while pitching. That's frowned upon.
I'm still two-way in my heart.
Anyways, 2-2 the count. High and away. That was ball 4.
So it was ball 4. So we have runners at first and second.
So now first and second, just the one out. Now the double play is in order. That's the good news for the Kingsmen. But the bad news is the guy at the plate is capable of making this a 3-run ball game. Nico Noto, the third baseman, hitting .385, the .467 on base, and 4 runs batted in.
Down the left field line, and they
Popped up.
Third baseman into foul territory,
And that will head behind the dish on top of us.
So 0-1 the count.
Sparks the chatter in the crowd.
I'd say so. 0-1 the count, first and second. Check on Tubbs at second. The offering misses inside.
It's a ball. 1-1 the count.
Caleb Cox is certainly working up the pitch count here in this first inning. Still just one out. Cox, check on both the runners. Big swing and a miss at a breaking ball that time from Noto. It's 1-2.
Noto was definitely swinging for the fences there.
He was trying to hit that 310 down the left field line right there.
Happened a few times in practices we've seen.
A lot of room down the right field line if he wants it.
There's the pitch.
That misses. I would say in the dirt, but it's not actually dirt. I guess I should just go with in the turf. That's a safe verbiage. Count even now 2-2, 2 on, 1 out.
Cox looking in.
Cox looking in for the sign. He's got it.
Whitaker in center and Troyer
From the first base side of the rubber from the stretch. The 2-2. That one bounces in front of the plate as well. Back-to-back breaking balls in the turf. And it's a full count now. And we'll see if both runners go here with a full count and 1 out.
runners at first and second.
Jonathan Barham, the first baseman, is on deck.
Runners are not being held at first.
Not holding the runner on at first. We'll see if that has any effect on whether or not they go here.
Away, infield is back at double play depth. Here's the pitch.
Not going. That's on the inside corner. Strike 3 called.
Strike 3.
Noto thought that was ball 4. It was borderline. But Cox gets the call and a big second out.
And Barham, the first baseman tonight.
And that's a big out against a big bat in this lineup for Cox. As now he'll go after Jonathan Barham, hitting an even 200. He's driven in 4 on the season, looking to make it at least 5 if he can find the hole here.
Sets at the belt.
2 down. That one misses low. Ball 1. Skies are starting to clear up a little bit here at the couch as that one misses up and in, ball 2. Logan Conklin is on deck. He's got the shin guards on,
No offering coming up.
just in case this is the last out of the inning. We hope it's not, as that one's in there for strike 1. 0-1. That is in. Strike 2.
Even at 2 and 2.
Get back even with the count.
2 and 2. Runners at first and second. 2 out. We're in the bottom.
First and second, 2 down, 1.
The disco turkeys are threatening. Cox looks in. The left-hander sets at the belt.
Count even. Cox is set. Check on Tubbs at second. The 2-2. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. And that will end the inning. Cox able to work out of the jam. Disco Turkey strand 2. We remain scoreless. through one inning here from David F. Couch Ballpark near the campus of Wake Forest University. Justin Porras will be back to the bump for the Disco Turkeys when we come back. Inning number 2 on the way. Back here at the couch as the first pitch to Bryce Frederick is popped back foul and out of play. And this is outside, ball 1. 1-1 the count to Frederick. And Frederick will pop that foul back. 1-2 as Porras working quickly here in this second inning. 1-2 is
just misses.
Just outside apparently. Ball 2. Looked like a good spot for the breaking ball there. 2-2 on the way. That didn't miss by much either. 3-2. Tried to go to the same spot with the fastball, and no budge from our home plate umpire tonight on the outside corner there. As this one is ripped on the ground through the 5-6 hole. That'll be a base hit. And a leadoff base runner for the Kingsmen as Bryce Frederick, the third baseman tonight, comes through with a knock. Nick Solorzano, the designated hitter, will step in now.
Stepping in.
Check on the runner at first. First offering is popped up. Back of short. Nice play there made by Bentley Yates, tracking back towards center field. And it's 1 pitch and 1 out.
Quick work right there.
And that'll set up the double play. Blake Beavis will step in. The first baseman tonight. Big time fastball right past him.
Swing and a miss.
And Logan, something that you told me last night, most of these guys, whether in the rotation or in the bullpen, can and will regularly hit 90 miles an hour or more. Looked like he hit at least 90 right there as he's pumped 2 heaters right past him, 0-2.
No one's coming tonight. Seems like they should.
Check on the runner at first. Had to take a little bit off the velo right there. Oh, 2. On the ground to third, and that is a fair ball, and the throw is wide of second.
The throw is an error on the third baseman.
Well, that was a tough play for Noto to make right there, as it was fair by an eyelash right over the third base bag. Noto tried to get the out at second, but threw it a little bit wide of the bag. Fortunately, no advance on the error. We'll see how it's officially scored, but
It's Jack Davis, the left fielder, with runners at first and second for the Kingsmen.
first and second,
Out on the inning.
nobody out. One out, excuse me. As that one misses low,
It's away from the catcher, and everybody will move
and
on.
Conklin will just eat it, and now both runners will advance. As Jack Davis at the plate, and Porras
Davis takes the ball.
has got two in scoring position behind him with one down. Trying to fade the first run of the ball game. 1-0, misses up and in, 2-0.
Everybody moves up on the pass ball, I believe is what that is. 2-0 count.
2-0 fouled straight back. So he came right after him with a fastball.
First, right?
And now Porras doesn't have the double play to his advantage here. He's got to pitch for a strikeout here. 2-1 is swung on and missed as he pumped that fastball right by him. Sounded about 91, 92. Don't have a radar gun, but my ears work. Count even 2-2. That one misses outside, 3-2. Good pitch, though. Good spot.
Count.
Not a bad spot there.
Runners at second and third for the Kingsmen.
It's kind of that looping over the top breaking ball. Especially in a spot like this, you're trying to get a big bat to go after. Full count offering. Swing and a miss, he got him. Threw the fastball right by him, and that's a big second out.
A big out for Justin Porras.
And that does it.
And that's the situation, Logan, where as a pitcher, nope, you don't have the double play to fall back on anymore. Fly ball scores a run. Ground ball probably scores a run, too, with the infield playing back. So your only choice, really, is to pitch for a strikeout.
Slot foul out
First
the way.
pitch to Ryan Flaherty is fouled back.
0-1 the count. Runners at second and third. 2 outs. Top of the second. We're scoreless.
Porras trying to keep this a scoreless game. 0-1.
Deals.
Breaking ball right over the outside corner, 0-2.
0-2 hole for Fluharty with Jack Austin, the catcher, number 9 man waiting on deck. Porras, the right-hander, looks in.
He's got the sign he wants. 0-2.
Kicks and deals.
Got it.
There we go.
Chased a high
Foul tipped into the mid of Conklin, and that'll do it. So Porras strands 2 more Kingsmen, and we stay scoreless through an inning and a half here at the couch in Winston-Salem.
inning and a half. We're scoreless on the Kingsman Baseball Network.
Back here at the couch in Winston-Salem as the sun has decided to make its way out. Logan Conklin steps in.
Right.
First pitch from Cox. Misses. Nope. Got that over the inside corner. Strike one. It's a good frame job that time. Behind the plate from Jack Austin. Matt Wiseman alongside Logan Allen. Scoreless here in the bottom half of the second inning here from the couch. Disco Turkeys and Kingsmen. Conklin pops that one foul off to the right side. 0-2.
Foul out of the play. Conklin, Schubert, and Alex Ross.
Over towards where the visitors clubhouse is here at Wake Forest. Oh-2 to Conklin on the way. Misses upstairs, 1-2.
1-2 to count.
And Conklin's the kind of guy, Logan, you know as well as I do, is the guy that's going to grind out an AB.
Oh, absolutely.
Cox is ready from the windup, the 1-2.
Pitch.
His breaking ball that just misses off the outside corner, 2-2. Boy, there has been no give to either pitcher on the outer half thus far from our home plate umpire. Two. Conklin lines this one out to center. That'll drop in right on the F for the WF logo for a base hit. And Conklin has got the inning started in the right way. Third hit already for the Disco Turkeys.
The opening single here.
Good piece of hitting there.
The fastball up and away. He went with where it was pitched right there. Good extension on it. Calvin Schubert, the left fielder, steps in, number 27. Hitting a .188 thus far on the year, but he has driven in 5. Pops that one foul off to the right over top of the Kingsman dugout, about 4 rows back into the bleachers, and the
Foul out of
gaggle of youngsters will head after that one.
fresh baseball.
Check on Conklin at first. 0-1. Misses outside, 1-1.
Technical difficulty. We apologize.
Now the guy on deck is going to be the name I'm going to have the most fun saying tomorrow night.
We are in the bottom.
Alex Rodriguez.
Scoreless.
Yes, it's not the Alex Rodriguez, but it is of the same name. Second baseman is on deck. This one is popped up, out to right, got some carry on it, but right in front of the warning track, the catch is made, and that's one of those situations there, Logan, where you don't really have to square a ball up to hit it 320 out there to the straightaway right. Because that one probably went about 280 feet and was a couple of steps in front of the track.
Here is A-Rod.
Not much now, but that was the best piece of hitting so far today.
Here's A-Rod, hitting .429 on the year, a .579 on base percentage. The barehanded flush to wood hitter
Being held at first.
takes outside ball 1, and they look back as a pop-up there from behind the plate as Conklin had a pretty good secondary lead right there.
Tonight have had 3 hits.
Conklin pretty fleet of foot for a backstop.
They've not been able to push one across. They've left 3 on base.
1-0 is swung on and missed, 1-1. I think he took something off it right there, and it fooled Rodriguez.
The Disco Turkeys who have had 3 hits and have stranded.
Chuck Evans, the right fielder, is on deck.
Able to put one across. Kingsmen have had only 1 hit and have stranded 2.
1-1.
Here's the pitch. High
Outside,
away.
2-1. And another look over to first.
2-1 the count. Chase Locklear waiting on deck.
Rodriguez takes that one outside, 3-1. Disco Turkeys are batting 10 men tonight, so
1 out.
Chuck Evans, the right fielder, is on deck, and then Chase Locklear, the extra hitter, is in the hole.
Cox setting at the bell.
3-1 and green light on that one. Hitters count, and he didn't miss it by much. Fouled it off the other way. Just a little bit late on that one, Logan. If he's out in front of that a little bit more, it might be heading into the gap.
Waiting on deck, the extra hitter tonight. Fresh baseball.
Full count to A-Rod.
Here we go. Payoff pitch.
Check on Conklin. A 3-2.
Delivers.
Right down the pipe, strike 3.
Got him looking.
The fastball middle in right there.
Out of the inning, and here comes Chase Locklear, the extra hitter tonight. And
Rodriguez, I'm not sure that he knew that was strike 3, but the foul ball was strike 2, so that is a backwards K for Cox. And that will bring in Chuck Evans, just his second game thus far this season. Has driven in a run.
Will step in right hand side of the dish. Runner on first. There goes the runner.
Conklin goes, pitch misses outside, throw is not in time, but Conklin slid off the bag. Was trying to keep that right foot on, but the turf plays tricks on base running yet again as the Kingsmen hold the tag and get Conklin stealing to end the inning. We're through 2 at the couch, scoreless in Winston-Salem. Back here at the couch in Winston-Salem, the campus of Wake Forest University. Brett Wiseman alongside Logan Allen. Disco Turkeys and the Kingsmen are scoreless through 2 innings of play. To the 3rd we go. Jack Austin, the Kingsmen catcher.
And we've had 3 attempted steals tonight where runners were called out for oversliding the bag.
Ooh, that fastball right by the Kingsmen backstop for strike 1. As the sun has peeked out, hopefully he's here to stay, as that's a fastball right on the corner, strike 2.
There's a called strike. It is all literally turf. The infield is painted turf. So there's no dirt.
Strike 3 called, got him looking beautiful over the top, breaking ball right on the outside corner.
Austin, and back to the top of the order will go.
Love to see it.
Darian Whitaker, who walked his first time up, and then we're talking about players oversliding bags. Whitaker was one of those. In his case, that tossed down catcher to the 3rd baseman. That's upstairs.
And this is up and away, ball 1.
On deck is Aiden Rice. Misses. Ball 2. Infield for the Deacons. Around the horn is Marham at first, Rodriguez at second.
That's in there, strike 1, 2-1 the count. As the lineup card flips over to Darren Whitaker. 2-1, line right back towards us. Really glad I didn't get John Sterling right there.
we're set up in the visitor's booth, and I'm listening to a very talented young man.
That is on the ground up the middle. That'll get through, base hit. So Whitaker,
So Whitaker gets
technically speaking, 1 for 1. He walked to lead off the ball game, and that one a base hit with 1 out.
And having returned from Alaska, last night's game in York was rained out. That's the Catawba Valley All-Stars. We will come to air tomorrow night at maybe a little earlier than usual because we do want to get up with Coach Hudak, who we were unable to tonight. There's some construction going on around the ballpark.
First pitch is fouled straight back.
Have a police escort.
0-1.
It's fouled back to the screen. So Whitaker with the single.
Aiden Rice, who popped out his first time up.
Aiden Rice popped up to the first baseman back in the first. Ball. 1-1 the count.
One on the way. Runner goes. That one lined into center. Tubbs will have to play it on a hop.
Center field, so Hudak is notorious for this, and they execute perfectly.
That was a hit and run that was put on by the Kingsmen right there, Logan, and
So that'll bring up
Tubbs had to wait because with the runner going, if he dives for that ball and it gets past him, at least Whitaker's scoring as he was going on the pitch.
Perfect execution.
the left-handed hitter Troyer.
Well, first and second here with the 1 out, and Cam Troyer steps in.
Thrown out.
Breaking ball on the outside corner for strike 1.
Double play still in order. Nothing's too hurt.
The ball outside.
Swing and a miss and a fastball tailing in. 0-2. That one had some late life on it.
Runners at first and second. 1 out in the inning.
0-2. Popped up. Should be playable on the left side. Infield fly rule called by the base umpire, and the catch is made. Nico Nodo able to make the grab there on the left side of the infield. It's a big second out.
For the second out.
Bryce Frederick steps in now.
So here's Bryce Frederick, who singled his first time up. And then was stranded.
That one is on the outside corner, strike 1.
More wider now. 0-1 the count. It had been a tight strike zone for both pitchers.
0-1.
Swing and a miss.
Blew a fastball right by him up top, 0-2.
Runners in first and second, 2 out of the inning.
First and second, 2 down here in the top half of the third in the scoreless ball game.
So far in the first 3 innings from both these teams.
From the stretch, both runners going.
Steal.
Pitch misses low. Throw was picked by Noto. Runner came off the bag,
But this time,
but Whitaker was able to get back to the bag at third.
well, it doesn't matter. I think it's strike 3.
And was strike 3 called on that?
Was, yes.
Yes.
Swing and a miss, it's strike 3, so
I didn't see a swing right there, but that's strike 3, so it doesn't matter anyways.
doesn't matter anyway, exactly. So we played 2.5. It's scoreless.
All right.
Nothing else.
Looks good enough for me.
Is that good? That'll work. Through 2.5 here at the couch. We're still scoreless between the Kingsmen and the Disco Turkeys. Back with the bottom half of the third coming up right after this. Back here at the couch in Winston-Salem, Brett Wiseman alongside Logan Allen. Chuck Evans will lead off the inning here, 9-10-1. Evans was at the dish when Logan Conklin was caught stealing last inning, so he'll get another crack at it near the bottom half of the third. Up and in. Did he hold up? No, he did not. First base umpire says he went around. That's strike one.
Strike one to start things off here. As stepping in is Chase Locklear, who was at bat when the inning dramatically ended. Rolling off range.
That one ripped out towards center field. Whitaker's on the move, and he'll make a sliding catch on the slick turf to take a hit away from Chuck Evans. And that is a loud out number one.
That'll bring up the number 10 man, Chuck Evans, the right fielder. His first at bat tonight. That's been played by Whitaker in center field. Kingsmen around the horn. Davis at first.
And now we'll get a mound visit
Short and Frederick at third. The outfield left to right is Davis, Whitaker, and Schroyer with Jack Ross.
with Locklear getting set to go. Yes, that is Alex Trebek on your screen. There's one thing Logan Allen does well other than throwing a baseball. It's coming up with new and creative ways to put things on screens. Watch, now he's going to get really trigger happy with this thing. There we go. But what did you name that file? Dancing turkeys? Happy turkeys? Okay.
Happy turkeys.
Happy turkeys. That works. Locklear.
Yeah?
Up and in, and that's called strike one.
I'm in Winston-Salem doing the Kingsmen broadcast. What do you need? I can pull it up from here. Do we go off?
Oh, one to Locklear's a breaking ball that he's way out in front of.
God, weeks.
Big cut.
Okay, bud.
Oh, 2. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball in the dirt. Locklear tagged
And out he is.
by Austin, and that's a quick 2 outs. As that will bring
Another strikeout of the inning.
Bentley Yates back to the plate. Base hit his first time up.
Bentley Yates single back in the first. He got himself tossed out. Trying to score.
He takes the first pitch at the knee, strike one. Remember, he was caught stealing on the delayed double steal with Tubbs at first and Yates at third.
2 outs. We're at the bottom of the third. Scoreless. As Cox looks in, kicks and deals.
Yates fouls that one back to the right side, all the way up onto the concourse here at the couch. And again, the gaggle of youngsters will battle for it.
Bigger crowd now than last time.
Seemed like a few more people saw that the rain had stopped and might have waltzed into the couch. 0-2 upstairs, 1-2. Waste pitch that time. I'll tell you, a couple of weeks ago during the regionals and super regionals, you couldn't find a parking spot over at this ballpark. As Wake Forest was making its run to Omaha. That one misses inside, nearly clipped Yates in the foot. You can see there, out of the right center field wall, that 2023 on the College World Series. Heartbreaking way to lose last night for the Demon Deacons. As Cox has the sign he wants, the 2-2 is fouled back. Or no, swung and missed and dropped behind the plate. And that's going to be a drop strike 3 that's going to allow Yates to reach. So it's a strikeout and a passed ball will score it.
Speed really helps him there.
And it's an extra out, and we'll see if Dion Tubbs can make the Kingsmen pay for it. Tubbs also singled through the left side his first time up. And Dion's a guy that he hits both arm slots very well as well. Not one of those guys that left on left really bothers him a ton. Pitch to him, misses. Low and outside, ball one.
Left-handed hitter, Tubbs steps in. Runner at first.
And first a check on Yates as Cox almost threw that one over the head of his first baseman.
This
is the top of the order speed playing a factor here as well. Yates gets his lead at first.
Dancing over at first.
1-0. Tubbs on the ground to third. It's going to be a tough play. Throw is off the bag, but the tag got Tubbs on the backside. Good play by the first baseman right there, Blake Beavis, making the tag right there as Tubbs is out.
Along with broken bat number 1.
Is that the first broken bat of the season?
That's for today.
For today.
For today's
Okay.
first one.
Okay. What's the over? What's the high on that this year?
I think most we've had in the game's 4. One guy's got 2 in a game.
So we're going to set the over-under on broken bats at 4. We're not condoning gambling, but we're also not telling you not to do it. It's legal in the state of North Carolina now.
Over under 3.5.
Yeah, we'll take the under on broken bats at 3.5. Your DraftKings odds. Anyways, we're still scoreless through the first third of the ball game. Kingsmen and Disco Turkeys. 4th inning coming up right after this. Back here at the couch in Winston-Salem, Brett Wiseman alongside Logan Allen.
Can we go to the top of the fourth?
Top of the fourth we go. Nick Solorzano leading off against Justin Porras, back on the mound for his 4th inning of work, ahead in the count 0-1, and sends a breaking ball over the inner half 0-2, working quickly the North Carolina A&T Aggie during the school year. 0-2 is rifled down the right side, but that will go foul. Not by much, though, as it was well struck down the right field line. But it's one of those situations, too, with dimensions here, Logan, as that one's fouled back as well, where if there's a rocket like that, exit velo 98, 99 plus, where if it's hit that hard down that right field line, if you play it well enough as a right fielder, you can hold it to a single.
Most definitely.
0-2 pitch, just missed upstairs above the letters 1 and 2.
Anything that hard hit's going to be held to a single.
Solorzano, Beavis, and Davis.
1-2 popped up. Sky high on the left side.
First baseman will call for it, and he will make the
Catch is made there on a tough angle right there as Barham had to come back to his backhand to make that catch. As the ball looked like it was going to be in foul territory, but took a gust of post-rain wind, I guess you would say. The other thing to watch for, Logan, is after the rain with the sun out, humidity.
It's going to be awful. Put it in the box, too.
How that'll affect how the ball carries in this one, we'll see. As this was well hit out to left field by Beavis, and just as I say that, the first extra base hit of the ball game. We might have it. Throw into second. He got him. Oh, baby.
Love to see it.
Calvin Schubert played that perfectly and threw a seed on one hop to second base to get Beavis for the second out. And what looked like extra bases and a one-out runner in scoring position turns into an outfield assist and the second out of the inning.
Schubert just guns him down.
As you said, anything hit that hard, single.
That one misses up and in, ball one.
2 outs in the inning.
Just like that, 2 down, and Jack Davis will try and keep the inning alive here. That is in there, strike one. 1-1 the count.
1-1 to Jack.
Porras working quickly. That one popped foul off to the right side.
Called in foul territory, the first baseman. Nope, it's out of play. I'm not sure what that was. Practice. 1-2 the count.
1-2 to Davis. All the way. That one ripped out to left center. That's going to get down over the head and bounce over top of the wall, so that will be a ground rule double.
So Davis will pull in second.
Yeah, maybe a hockey broadcaster at heart, but one thing that I can't stand is when baseball broadcasters say automatic double. That's not a thing.
Say that. Never.
That's not a thing.
Extra base hit.
Talking to you, John Shambi.
Okay.
It's a ground rule double.
Full double. Puts a runner at second.
Pitch misses outside, 1-0. Anyone who plays MLB The Show regularly knows what I'm talking about.
Anybody that's ever played Little League knows what you're talking about, brother.
1-0. That's in there, strike one.
Strike 1-1 the
Good
count.
breaking ball over the heart of the plate right there. Fooled Flaherty, the 8-hole hitter for the Kingsmen. Fastball blew it right by him.
There's that fastball.
1-2.
Again, it's just really sweet to watch.
Porras has been, pun intended, pouring the four-seamer in there tonight. 1-2. Popped up. Out towards center. Tubbs is on the move. Got a beat on it right in front of the College World Series decal. Will make the play, and that will retire the side. We're through 3.5 of the couch in Winston-Salem. Disco Turkeys looking to get the bats dancing when we come back in a scoreless ball game.
The home half of the fourth. Scoreless on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. It'll be the 3-4.
Bottom half of the fourth inning in the middle of the order for the Disco Turkeys. Will try and wake these bats up.
Face Caleb Cox, who enters his fourth inning of work.
Fourth inning of work for Caleb Cox. He'll face Caden Smith, Nico Noto, Jonathan Barham, and if anyone reaches, Conklin. First pitch is in there for strike one.
Strike one.
Smith, the DH tonight. Cox out of the windup. He's got the sign he wants.
So here's the 0-1 offering.
0-1. Up and away, ball one.
Did.
Oh, nope, he went around. Strike two.
Umpire said he went around.
Not so sure about that one.
Looks like he held up from back here, but
What do we know?
the biggest judgment call in baseball goes the other way that time, 0-2.
Here's the 0-2 offering from Cox.
That one misses upstairs. Another appeal down. That looked like more of a swing than the last one, but it's ball one.
Again, what do we know?
So 1-2 the count to Caden Smith, who walked his first time up back in the first.
Smith, this technically his first at-bat since he walked his first time up, as that one misses inside 2-2.
It's the count at 2-2.
See if he can grind out this AB. Cox has the sign he wants. 2-2. Blew it right past him. And it's a quick out number one as Cox disposes of Caden Smith. That will bring Noto to the ditch. This the real big middle of the order bat here for the Disco Turkeys, Logan. Came into this one hitting 385, 467 on base.
So
This is exactly who you want up in this exact situation.
his first time up back in the first.
He takes a fastball on the inner half, strike one.
Belt high fastball.
See if that red bat of his has got any fire in it.
Swinging
Big rip at that one, but it got in on his hands a little bit too much, 0-2. Oh, 2. That is outside and to the backstop, but no harm, no foul on that 1-2 count. It'd be a good time for Noto to find a gap or maybe take advantage of that short porch down the left field line.
Cox looks back in.
1-2. That one skips in, 2-2.
Footer.
The interesting thing about the dimensions here as well, Logan, is as we've got some camera issues here, we're going to try and work through. That pitch to Noto on the ground to short, scooped up, throw to first. Will beat Noto by a step. And there are two down.
What was the count? What was the count when he hit that?
2-2.
2-2?
2-2.
And we're back.
There we go. Good job, Logan.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Jonathan Barham.
Jonathan Barham will step in now. The slugging first baseman for the Disco Turkeys. He came in hitting an even 200, but
The first.
looking to find a gap here. Outfield playing straight away.
Barham, right-hand hitter, steps in. That's going to be
0-1 pitch misses inside, 1-1.
1-1 the count. Cox now at 59 pitches.
Be the 60th pitch of the evening now for Cox on this offering.
High
And misses up and away.
2-1 the count. Cox kicks and deals.
That pitch in there, strike two. Cox has the side he wants.
Waiting.
And the next to Barham. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and that will do it.
For
We're through four, a pitcher's duel. much like we might have seen last night in Omaha between the team whom this is their home field, Wake Forest and LSU. So 10 and a half scoreless innings in that one. We're through 4 full scoreless. Porras and Cox battling here as we head to the 5th inning. Scoreless in Winston-Salem. Got a new disco turkey pitcher to tell you about. It's Adam Conrad.
Well, we're going to have a change as Adam Conrad comes on.
Conrad on the year thus far. He's thrown 8 innings thus far. 4 appearances, a 4.50 ERA, and 10 strikeouts as that first pitch from him misses upstairs for ball 1.
So Forrest's night is over. Conrad deals a ball.
And that one in there over the outer half, 1-1.
Whitaker and Rice are now 1-1.
Jack Austin, 9-1-2 due up here for the Kingsmen. That breaking ball nearly clipped the foot of Austin right there. It's a 2-1 count, though. That one swung on and missed. Big time cut at the fastball that time, but he didn't get it. 2-2, even count here.
Jack Austin, who struck out looking to start things off back in the 3rd.
2-2 is a breaking ball that just missed off the outside half.
Great spot.
Both teams have had their opportunities.
We have seen a lot of stranded runners so far on this one. We've also seen very little give from the home plate umpire on that outside corner. That one definitely outside. That's ball 4. Well, it's a leadoff walk to the 9-hole hitter for the Kingsmen.
Whitaker, who has walked and singled.
Darian Whitaker, the center fielder, stands in.
Whitaker, left-hand hitter, will step in.
2 plate appearances, but only 1 official at bat. Walked his first time and then slashed a single his last time up, so he's 1 for 1. As the sun starts to shade the middle portion of the infield, Whitaker squares to bunt, and that's a good one. No out to get.
And in defense of the pitcher, they're going to say interference and send the runner back to
Ball hit the bat on the bunt.
Now, I wondered if that was going to be called as Whitaker dropped the bunt down and then kind of tossed the bat right out where he had bunted it.
sure how you would score that.
So they're going to score it or call it interference on the batter. They're going to hand Whitaker the bat
They're
back.
going to call this a foul ball. This is going to be a strike. And And Joe Hudak wants the explanation.
Are they going to call this a foul ball here?
I think they're going to say it bounced, hit off the plate. And Hudak's satisfied with it. Apparently, whatever the explanation is, so it's just an
Well, what's the
exciting
call?
strike.
No, batter's out.
All right, the batter is out on an interference call.
So they called it interference from where
Wow.
Whitaker kind of chucked the bat out towards where the ball was bunted as they were kind of step for step trickling out towards the mound. So a break for the Disco Turkeys. And it's 1 out. This one popped up, out towards right. See who makes the call for it. Good communication right there as Chuck Evans calls off
Have the runner down to second.
Alex Rodriguez. Yes, that is his name. I remind you.
So pop out to shallow right to the right fielder.
So 2 quick outs. They get a break on the first out.
Now with the runner at second and 2 outs, here's Camden Troyer.
Runner goes, pitch in there, strike, throw down. They will get him. A seed from Logan Conklin. That's the 3rd Kingsman he's gunned down from behind the plate. And that will send us to the bottom half of the 5th inning. We're halfway through this one from the couch in Winston-Salem. Still scoreless between the Disco Turkeys and the Kingsmen.
So Conklin steps in. He singled back in the second to start things off.
Logan Conklin steps in to lead off this half inning and fouls that one straight back.
For strike one. We apologize for the internet difficulties. Not much we can do on that one. So we'll just keep an eye on it when they kick us off. Get back on.
Caleb Cox back out for his 5th inning of work. Bounces in a breaking ball there. 1-1.
1-1 the count. 59.5 footer.
Conklin up to his 64 pitches thus far.
Cox looking in. Jason deals.
Conklin swings and misses over top of a breaking ball. 1-2.
Conklin, Schubert, and Rodriguez here in the home half of the 5th. Scoreless ball game. Carolina Disco Turkeys hosting our Kingsmen. to snap a 4-game skid.
Conklin laces that one
Right field and
out towards
by
right, but
the
just enough
second baseman,
air underneath it
Hardy, as it just hung up there enough for him to get back on it.
for Flaherty to make the catch, and that's out number one as the Disco Turkeys bats continue to struggle. And this is a Kingsman squad, Logan, coming into this one. And it dropped 4 games in a row, so in need of a good start from Cox on the mound, and they've gotten it thus far.
Indeed.
Nobody on, 1 out.
Now we'll bring in Calvin Schubert, who really had the play of the game thus far, as
Ball.
we got a ball that exited out of the bullpen down there.
The bullpen of the Disco Turkeys. We'll retrieve that. Not sure what it is. Pointing. Time is called on the field. Conversation between the third base coach and somebody.
There's a gentleman down the.
There's a person on the field.
Probably shouldn't be.
I don't think he's supposed to be out there. I would venture to say.
Excuse me, and that's what caught the attention of the umpire.
The umpire pointed it out first, and then I believe that's
He's headed back to the
Scott Kirby over at third base, Logan, if I'm not mistaken, the Disco Turkey head coach. As that gentleman
Now he will
is
stands.
being escorted
What he was doing
either
now,
back to his seat or he'll find a seat somewhere else that's not
That
in the
seems to
ballpark.
be down in our bullpen.
Or he was in the bullpen. I don't know.
well, he definitely left the field.
Nonetheless, that pitch is in there. Or a strike.
So 0-1 will start it off.
0-1 the count now to Schubert, who, as we were getting ready to say, had the play of the game thus far. The outfield assist to nail Beavis at second. Fouls that one straight back, 0-2.
0-2 the count.
Started to put some good swings on the ball, but Logan, you look back to that opportunity in the first inning where it was first and second, nobody out. You have to circle that at this point as a definite missed opportunity at this point in the ball game.
Absolutely. Tried taking too much too early.
North Carolina, Don Montgomery Park.
1-2 is
There's a call.
on the inside corner, strike 3, and
And he knew it.
Cox.
he did. Schubert knew it.
8.
Little sweeping curveball right there from Cox, his 8th K of the night.
And that'll bring up Alex Rodriguez, who owns one of those 8 strikeouts. And went down
And in steps the second baseman, barehanded hitting, or is he going with the batting gloves here? He might be. Yep, he's going batting gloves. Rodriguez is
here. He's not
guilty of one of those 8 strikeouts from Cox thus far.
lefty deal.
And misses outside 1-0.
1-0 the count.
Rodriguez came into this one
Kicks and deals. Swinging and
the team leader in batting average with a 429 clip, and the team leader in on base at 579.
moving right along here. This game coming up on about the hour and a half mark.
Not too shabby.
1-1 count as he'll try and get on here with 2 down. Swing and a miss, 1-2. He foul tipped it,
Oh, he got a piece of it.
but it was right into the mitt
2 the count.
behind the dish.
Outfield straightaway, infield normal depth.
1-2 count to A-Rod.
Cox deals.
That one misses. Almost clipped Rodriguez. Looked like it might have.
No activity that we can see in the Kingsmen bullpen. 2 out of 8.
Rodriguez digs back in. Count even, 2-2.
Is the 2-2 offering.
Cox has the sign he wants. And deals, 2-2.
Fly ball.
Fly ball down the right side. That it will stay in play. And the catch is made.
And Troyer will glove the third out.
Troyer makes the catch, and that'll do it. We're through 5 now in Winston-Salem. Still scoreless between the Disco Turkeys and the Kingsmen as a pitcher's duel has broken out here in Winston-Salem. To the top of the 6th we go here from the couch at Winston-Salem. Brett Wiseman alongside Logan Allen.
Rick and Solorzano face Conrad, the second pitcher.
Cam Troyer, who made the catch there for the final out of the bottom half of the 5th, leads off the top half of the 6th and promptly grounds one foul off the facing of his own dugout for strike number 1. That one hit well out towards left field, tracing back towards the wall, and it's gone.
Kingsmen finally get through.
Finally on the board. Cam Troyer, an opposite field home run, just sneaking over the 310 mark there down the left field line.
As he just drills that one to the 310 mark, straight down the left field line and out of here.
Well, that one, Logan, certainly looked like one of those, I like to call them humidity balls. One of those that just seemed to get a little bit more carry as it kept going towards the wall.
Absolutely.
Bryce Frederick.
Very unfortunate for us, though.
The ice has been broken here.
And Bryce Frederick will step in now as Conrad surrenders the first run against.
Hopefully that lights a fire.
So Frederick, the batter, misses for a ball.
1-1 the count now.
Kingsmen trying to snap that 4-game slide after starting their season at 4-0.
That misses inside, 2-1.
Ball, 2-1 the count. Solorzano waiting on deck, the DH. Conrad sets at the belt, deals.
2-1 is ripped through the whole left side base hit, so loud contact to start the inning for the first two batters.
As the first two men do some damage. And that'll bring on Nick Solorzano.
Nick Solorzano, the DH, will step in now. And Conrad would absolutely love to roll a ground ball here.
Barham will hold the runner at first.
Barham's going to hold the runner on. Conrad now for the first base side of the rubber from the stretch.
Swing and miss for
Pumps a fastball right by him for strike number 1.
Hudak down to third base. Now showing a bunt. Now they'll throw over to first. That's not
Throw over to first. Hold the runner on as Solorzano, even though he's the DH, was
hit and run.
showing butt right there.
Have in mind. We'll be back with you tomorrow night from Don Montgomery Park in Albemarle, North Carolina. There's
Showing bunt again. That one misses low, and Conklin fakes a snap throw out of the crouch. 2-1 the count.
be facing the Newberry Wampus Cats independent team. We'll come your way with the pregame at 6:15, and we'll talk.
And now another throw over to first, holding Frederick on.
Saturday night Kingsmen baseball right here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
Misses upstairs. 3-1 the count now.
2-1 the count.
Or 2-1 the count, I should say. Another throw over. That one a lot closer than the last one. But base umpire says he's in there.
He was not really in that good of a position to make the call.
He's getting some heat now from the Disco Turkey dugout. Thought they might have got him. Runner goes. Hit and run as it's in the air out to center. Tubbs tracking back, makes the catch on the run. And Frederick had to stop halfway right there. Make sure he didn't get doubled off. And Dion Tubbs again showing that range out there in center field.
And he ran it down
Ran it down in the gap. Despite the short porches down the lines here, Logan, this is a ballpark that in the gaps plays a lot bigger than it does down the lines. It's about 375 to 380 out towards the gap, so it's a well-hit ball that Tubbs had to go a long way to get.
It definitely was.
Tubbs just ran it down.
That one misses in the turf for ball number 1. This is Blake Beavis that steps in. Head in the count, 1-0. Fouls that one straight back, 1-1.
We'll foul that one off.
Remember, Beavis had the base hit his last time off the base of the wall and left and was gunned down trying to get to second on it.
With a base runner right now. But one out of the inning, another throw to first.
Another throw over to first. Unlike in Major League Baseball, there's no limit on pickoffs.
There's no pickoff limit here or rules.
That one misses upstairs. 2-1 now.
Breaking ball high. 2-1 the count.
Check on the runner again. The 2-1 is
Popped him up. Shortstop
in the air out to left.
coming in. It's going to be the left fielder.
Shortstop called off, and the catch is made for out number 2.
2 outs in the inning, and that'll bring up Jack Davis.
Schubert called off Bentley Yates to make that catch.
A lot of sky-high pop-ups tonight. So Davis with the ground rule double back in the 4th.
Davis had the ground rule double back his last time up in the 4th inning, and now they might have the runner caught. No, he's in there.
Second baseman just
As the throw from Conklin,
but in defense of him, the fault basically began with the catcher who
throw wasn't exactly on line, and
exactly sure what the play was.
Rodriguez tried his best to get the tag down, nearly did, but it's actually the first clean slide we've really seen in this one.
For Frederick.
So it's a stolen base for Frederick with 2 down and a 1-0 count. 2-0 now.
No count.
It looked like one of those situations where Conklin kind of got caught in between because he had already popped up down to the crouch when the runner was halfway to the bag. So it looked like he almost wanted to throw behind him. That one misses low, 3-0.
That double clutch did not help anything.
I don't know what you saw there, Logan, but it looked to me like Conklin almost wanted to throw behind him and then thought better of it because he was about 60% of the way to the second base bag, and by that time he double clutched it.
Almost seemed like his mind was on a back pick.
And now they will
Just
throw
like that.
behind him to second, and they got him. Logan Conklin makes up for it.
There we go.
He has been nothing short of stalwart behind the plate defensively.
No errors. Nobody left. Played.
Back pick works perfectly.
Kingsmen with
Don't often see a back pick to second base, but that one worked out perfectly. The bad news, the Kingsmen get a run on the solo homer from Cam Troyer. It's 1-0 Kingsmen as we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning here from the couch in Winston-Salem.
discussing. Chase Lavender, Chuck Evans at the top of the order.
Back here in the bottom half of the 6th inning.
Start things off here for the Disco Turkeys as we go to the bottom of the 6th.
9, 10, and a 1 due up here for the Disco Turkeys. Chuck Evans steps in, takes upstairs, ball 1 as Carolina tries to get that run back after the solo homer by Cam Troyer.
Kingsmen now must protect the razor thin 1-0 lead.
That one popped up out towards the right side.
And
Call is made by Troyer, and he'll make the catch for a quick out number 1. So 2 pitches, and Evans is disposed of.
So that'll bring on Chuck.
And Chase Locklear will step in now. Just a handful of plate appearances for him on the season. Cisco Turkey fans may remember him as a pitcher for the last couple of years, but getting a chance as the extra hitter here tonight.
Cox looks in.
But in that open stance, takes a big rip at that one, didn't get it. Strike 1. Cox has the sign he wants, approaching the 75 pitch plateau. That one misses inside 1-1. This will be the 75th offering from him coming up on this.
Cox, the left-hander, looks in, takes his time, kicks and deals.
1-1. Locklear swings over the top of that off-speed pitch. 1-2. Good downward movement on that one. Had Locklear out in front of it.
Bentley Yates waiting on deck.
Time called before the 1-2.
Cox looks in, kicks and deals.
1-2 is through the wickets of the backstop there for the Kingsmen. Ball 2. Now leaving the count.
One out on the inning, nobody on. We're in the home half of the 6th. Kingsmen with a razor thin 1-0 lead.
Locklear back in with that open stance.
Cox deals.
2-2. Up and away. Full count now.
Just a bit outside.
He's starting to see a little fatigue.
He tried the corner and missed.
Caleb Cox is now at his 81 pitches.
It's up over 80 pitches now as Cox. 81 total.
Cox looks in.
Upstairs, ball 4. Good at bat right there from Locklear as he draws a 1-out walk.
Great at bat.
Single.
And when the bats are struggling like they are tonight, Logan, a lot of times you need an AB like that. Sometimes that can, excuse me, to use a friend of ours' favorite word, galvanize a dugout.
Anything helps us late in the game.
Runner at first will be held by Beavers.
Back to the top of the order, Bentley Yates, 1 for 2 thus far.
Deals.
Misses up and away, ball 1. Almost looked more like a de facto pitch out right there.
Activity continuing in the Kingsman bullpen.
And time is called now as there is activity in the Kingsman bullpen, and we'll see.
And here comes Joe Hudak. We may see this sooner rather than later.
Might have a pitching change coming here as the entire infield's coming in. Jack Hudak, the
Cox is at
Kingsman head coach, is making his way out. And this might be one of those, hey, you think you can get this guy? Yeah, I trust you to get him.
more than ready in the bullpen.
Well, let's stay with him for right now. That is one of the 5 permitted mound visits for the Kingsmen, so
We'll see if this works for them.
mark that one down.
First, 1 out.
There's a right-hander up and warming in the bullpen who
Play.
looked to be ready,
Yates is having a 1 for 2 night.
but this is the man for Cox right now. Bentley Yates,
Cox sets at the belt, checks the runner.
1-0.
Play.
Outside, 2-0. A really good spot, but again, there has been no leeway on that outside corner.
No give at all.
Big rip at a hitter's count right there by Yates, and he just barely got a piece of it.
This has been a very consistent zone all night.
Unlike the strike zone the other night between Wake Forest and LSU, not last night, but a couple of nights ago, thought Angel Hernandez might have been behind home plate for that game because that strike zone was all over creation.
2-1 off
2-1 foul back, 2-2.
I don't think he's had a game in quite a while either.
You know, that's not the worst thing in the world for people that enjoy baseball.
I'm not complaining. Love to see him back there again, though.
If your name is Angel Hernandez, Joe West, or CB Buckner, and you're umpiring home plate, a lot of people may not tune into that ball game.
I think we might get some views.
Contrary to what those guys think, they're not there to watch them. The fans are, that is. 3-2 the count now as that one misses in front of the plate.
I'll take Joe West and Angel Hernandez a game here. I'll probably bring in some fans.
Again, contrary to what they think, the fans do not come to watch them.
If they're here, I'd say otherwise.
It's the reason there's a Twitter account called Ump Show.
You're not wrong.
3-2. On the ground, back to the mound. Cox will get one, and the throw is wide of the bag at first. So they'll only get the one as Yates forces the wide throw. So a 1-6, I believe, on the fielder's choice there. Two down, that'll bring Tubbs to the plate.
So 2 outs for Dion Tubbs, who was singled and grounded out. He as well. 1 for 2 tonight. Left-hand hitter stepping in. Beavis is holding the runner at first.
First pitch to Dion. It's a breaking ball right over the plate. Strike one. And now the right-hander that was throwing in the Kingsmen bullpen has sat down.
Kick Cox through this 6th inning. I believe this is going to be it for him as he is 1 pitch away from the 90-pitch mark.
Up and away, ball one. That's the 90th pitch of the night for Cox. So the right-hander that was loosening, we presume we'll see that right-hander in the 7th inning.
Left-hander sets at the bell.
Throw back, and they'll keep an eye on Bentley Yates. If Tubbs can find a way to get on, Caden Smith is on deck.
Cox taking his time.
Tubbs swings and misses at an off-speed pitch, 1-2.
1-2 to count. The Kingsman bullpen is ready. It's a matter of which right-hander we will see. Taking on the Yohari Cats tomorrow night. 6:15 pregame, 6:30 first pitch.
And a check on the runner once again. Yates gets back with the help of his dugout.
We will talk to Coach Joe Hudak. He can come on a little early so we can talk a little extra with him, since we weren't able to do that tonight. We do want to thank the Disco Turkeys.
1-2. And prior to it, another throw off.
To the bag.
Now, Logan, you got a Major League Baseball score update there for us?
Atlanta Braves are leading the Cincinnati Reds 7-5 and top of the 5th.
As a Cardinals fan, that's good news for me because the Cardinals have about a mountain to make up in ground in the NL Central as Tubbs is able to cue-shot one through the 5-6 hole for a base hit.
And that'll bring on Caden Smith.
That'll give Caden Smith a shot. 0 for 1, a walk and a strikeout to this point. Should say Yates, the tying run at second. Tubbs represents the go-ahead run at first. A big spot right here.
Now with 92 pitches.
And a right-hander back up, stretching and throwing in the Kingsman bullpen as Cox misses upstairs, ball one. Now, this might be his last hitter regardless. I mean, Kingsman coaching staff, I think, really wanted Cox to get through his 6th inning. 1-0. Foul tipped into the mid of the catcher, strike one.
1-1 count.
See if Smith can get a hold to one right here. At least find some turf. Get the run home. 1-1.
Goes to 1-1. Swing and a
Blew it
miss.
right past him, 1-2.
Cox looking for strikeout number 9.
8 strikeouts for Cox thus far. He's looking for the 9th to try and get out of another multi-runner jam.
Runners are not being held.
That one misses low. Count even now, 2-2. As that is Cox's 95th pitch of the evening.
2-2 is the count.
Count even now, 2-2, 2 down. Here in the bottom half of the 6th in a 1-0 ball game.
In the Kingsmen bullpen. Now again, sets the belt. Here comes the 2-2 offering.
From the stretch, a check on the runner. The 2-2 is fouled off.
Foul play, first base side. We'll do it again.
Up onto the concourse here at the couch.
Kingsmen coming into tonight, 4-4 of the season. Trying to snap a 4-game losing streak.
Cloud cover starting to come back over. Sun starting to set here at the couch.
Lights are on.
After the first few innings were marred by a rain shower. That one misses low. And full count now.
Well, table set.
But we'll see if full count, 2 outs now. Runners should be going here.
We'll definitely see some movement here.
Noto is on deck.
So,
And no pressure right here.
3-2 offering on the way. Payoff pitch.
Cox from the stretch. The full count pitch. Runners go. That one is hit in the air to center. Backing up on it and making the catch with room in front of the track is Whitaker. And that will retire the side. Disco Turkey Strand 2 more. We're through 6 from the couch in Winston-Salem. Kingsmen still clinging to a 1-0 lead.
Valiant effort, but cannot get anything across. As the Strand. Make themselves for 1-0 lead.
Back here at the couch in Winston-Salem. Brett Wiseman alongside Logan Allen.
Be done as he is at that 9th
Disco Turkeys trailing 1-0. Here as we begin the 7th inning, Adam Conrad's 3rd inning of work in relief of Justin Porras as he pumps a heater inside right there on Ryan Flaherty. 8-9-1 due up for the Kingsmen here in the 7th inning. Foul tipped off of Conklin behind the dish. 1-1 the count now.
A 1-2-3 inning would be great right here.
1-1 the count.
I'd say so.
Don't think we've had one all night.
I don't think there has been either side. Misses outside 2-1, but you heard the velo on it right there. Fouled straight back over the netting and over the awning here at the concourse.
That's a cart windshield.
Somebody's supposed to launch the broken glass sound effect right there. Remember way back in the day, I don't know if you were alive yet, you youngster, but this was the home of the then Winston-Salem Warthogs.
Yeah, I don't think I ever went.
Misses outside, 2-2. Well, I did in my younger days. Then again, I'm not that much older than you.
I don't know when they moved over.
2-2. Misses, and no, strike three called. Wow.
God. Thank
Disco
you.
Turkeys will take it.
Thank you very much.
That was a gift right there as Conklin was able to frame it, I guess. Strike three.
It's sort of been all over the place tonight. It's been a tight strike zone.
To answer your question, Logan, I can. You don't even have to pull up Wikipedia. I can tell you.
Back up again.
The then renamed Winston-Salem Dash actually played at this ballpark after Wake Forest had bought it from the city of Winston-Salem in 2009.
I'm just fact checking you.
Or 2008, I should say. 2009, they moved into the new ballpark downtown, but that was anticipated as that one's in for strike one. It's anticipated that that ballpark was going to be done by the start of the 08 season. It wasn't. So the Dash then played a year here at Couch Ballpark, formerly known when the Warthogs played here at Ernie Shore Field.
Top of the seventh inning.
Names like, well, I don't know, Derek Jeter came through here at one time as opponents. Aaron Boone, current manager of the New York Yankees, played as a Warthog as that's blown right past 1-2.
Can you give me the name before Ernie Shore? Do you know that much?
Nope.
Southside Park,
Interesting.
1945 to 1955.
This one is popped back, foul and out of play. Ernie Shore was actually the first Winston-Salem native, and it might be the only Winston-Salem native ever to make it to the majors.
Score. Kingsmen in front.
1-2 to Jack Austin. Swung on and missed. Ball gets away from Conklin, but he will set and throw out his backstop counterpart for out number 2.
So here's Aiden Rice. Aiden is single, having a 1-3 night.
Back to the
2-hole.
2-hole here. Nope, leadoff man. It's Darren Whitaker who will stand in.
That's right, this is Whitaker, excuse me.
Remember, he had the bunt last time up where he was called out for interference. So that one misses inside. It was a sacrifice bunt, but he kind of shot-putted the bat as a breaking ball misses outside, apparently, 2-0. That's right there on the outside corner. Good fastball, good spot, 2-1. Two one, right there, 2-2.
Right there again.
2-2 with 2 down. Conrad shakes off once, got the sign he wants. 2-2. Breaking ball misses down and in, full count. Well, Logan, I'm sure you saw it right there, too. Whitaker definitely flinched a little bit. That one had him fooled.
Not a bad pitch at all.
Full count offering is up and in, ball 4. That's the second time tonight that the speedy center fielder Whitaker has walked. Let off the ball game with a base on ball. And gets a free pass here with 2 outs in the top half of the 7th.
Rice steps in.
Aiden Rice to the dish as that one looked more like a de facto pitch out right there. Ball 1.
This ball down in the Kingsmen
Check on the runner. And the pitch to Rice is breaking ball in there for strike one. Count even, 1-1. Here as we approach the 8:30 mark on this Friday night. And pickoff throw to first, but nothing doing.
Not a bad idea.
Top of the seventh, Kingsmen batting, looking to add to their 1-0 lead.
Rice foul tips that one. Looked like it might have gotten Conklin in the mask. But Conklin, a warrior back there. Will shake it off. 1-2 the count. Now he and Conrad will have a glove-to-glove conversation.
Conrad sets the belt. Here's the pitch.
2-2 misses high. Full count now.
3-2 to Aiden Rice.
Runner should be moving. Full count, 2 outs.
Full count, 2 outs, I would say so. A check on him. Here's the secondary lead.
Full count.
There goes Whitaker. Full count pitch is in the air, right side. Will this be playable? No. It's 3 rows back into the bleachers.
Just out of play.
Barham gave it a look, but
Conrad.
without toppling over a gaggle of children over there, he couldn't make the catch.
Come back.
Unfortunately not.
Before the full count offering another check on the runner at first.
Full count to Aiden Rice with Camden Troyer waiting on deck.
Runner going, pitches outside, it's ball 4, so it doesn't matter.
And nobody seems to realize that it's ball 4. The batter doesn't. I've got ball 4.
We've got ball 4 here, but maybe not.
Nobody seems to be complaining about it.
Nope. Home plate umpire says the count's 3-2, so
3-2 and a stolen base is how this is.
that's a stolen base here with 2 down. Now the full count offering. That just missed off the outside edge. Oy vey. Could split that with a hair.
Seemed like he knew it too.
So runners at first and second for Cam Troyer.
So Cam Troyer, who has the only RBI of the game, in which he drove in himself. An opposite field home run back in the 6th inning.
Little Oppo talking.
Hitter stepping in.
It's one of my favorite things to say. Oppo Taco. Love it. Check on the runner at second. Troyer
Yes, he was swinging for
swings past a fastball right there. It looked like definite pull side swing right there, trying to get the 10 feet shorter than the wall he hit it over last time.
Absolutely fooled him on that one.
0-1 offering coming up. Runners at first and second. 2 outs in the inning.
That one misses in the dirt, and Conklin quickly to it
1-1 the count.
to keep the runners at bay. And we've got someone standing up in the Disco Turkey bullpen.
Should be Hunter Russell.
Number 38. Standing and stretching.
Activity has stopped in the Kingsman bullpen
Indeed, should be Hunter Russell.
already. Kingsman like that. Some
And
insurance.
Conrad's in his 3rd inning of relief.
Conrad checks it.
As Whitaker's dancing out at second, misses inside with a heavy and hard fastball. It's 2-1 the count. Reds have come back to take a 9-7 lead over the Braves there, as this one misses low, 3-1.
3-1 the count.
Anything is possible at Great American Small Park in Cincinnati. Ball flies out of there like it's a wiffle ball field.
3-1 offering coming up.
Look back to second, the 3-1. That one plunked
Hit
him.
him.
Ouch. That will load them up.
Well, it's not the worst spot to get hit, right there on the backside. There's some meat back there to hold on to it.
Riding the drumsticks.
So Bryce Frederick will step in.
Bryce Frederick is going to step in with the bases loaded here, and Disco Turkey pitching coach A.J. Lewis.
A.J. Lewis, pitching coach for the Disco Turkeys.
Is he going to make the move to the bullpen? Yes. He flexes the collar of the green disco jacket, and that will signal Hunter Russell will come in for the Disco Turkeys. We'll tell you about him when we come back. Bases loaded here in the top half of the 7th inning. Disco Turkeys trying to keep this game where it is, a 1-0 Kingsman lead. So no pitching change, actually.
Well, full resolve, because we were
There's such a thing as a fake signal to the bullpen. We just got one.
no change, man.
Swing and a miss as the mound meeting with Lewis seemed to
All that was a mound meeting, but there was all kinds of
get the fastball back in Frederick's favor.
that sort of thing going on there. And we thought they were making a change, but no, they did not. Conrad is still on the scene, and 0-1 to count to Bryce Frederick.
And Conrad trying to get out of this 7th inning unscathed. Oh, 1 is right there. Breaking ball caught the outer half. 0-2. You would assume, Logan, that if he's able to get out of this, it would still be his last inning. So
Most definitely.
this is his guy right here.
Most definitely.
0-2 to count. Sets at the belt. Runners take their leads. Bases
0-2. Fouled off to the right side, and Frederick will see another. Conrad will walk back to the mound. Fade the rosin bag.
baseball.
Bases loaded, 2 down, 1-0 lead for the Kingsmen.
Opportunity for the Kingsmen.
That one misses upstairs and away, ball 1, but
Not a bad waste pitch.
really good waste pitch right there, as I was getting ready to say. That's how in sync we are.
They're not being
I like it.
held.
Oh, yeah.
Kingsman base runner. Conrad sets at the belt.
1-2. That one misses in the dirt. It gets away from Conklin, and the wild pitch will bring home the second Kingsman run of the ball game.
Move up. So the wild pitch advances all runners.
Well, everybody moves up a base as well.
2-0 ball game.
So it's a 2-2 count. Now it's a 2-0 ball game.
Runners at second and third, and still 2 out. 2-2 offering on the way.
2-2 to Frederick. Popped in the air, and that will get up and out of play over top of the awning here. Or on top of the awning.
Kaboom.
Kablamo.
So fresh baseball for Adam Conrad.
Conrad has the sign he wants from the stretch. Swing and a miss. He got him. So Conrad unfortunately gives up 1 on the wild pitch, but is able to strand 2 Kingsmen and limit the damage a bit.
Stretch time at the ballpark.
2-0 Kingsman lead. Stretch time here from the couch in Winston-Salem. Disco Turkeys coming to bat. They've got 9 outs to get at least 2 runs, and that clock starts when we come back.
Middle relief is Micah Connor.
Micah Connor is the new pitcher for the Kingsmen. The middle relieving right-hander wearing number 2. And the Disco Turkeys
He throws 99 pitches.
trying to get something going off of him.
Caleb of Knight goes 6 innings, gives up no runs and 4 hits. He walks 2, strikes out 8. And leads to the 2-0 lead. So Caleb Cox. 20 outing for him. And Caleb shaking.
6 shutout innings, I should say. 99 pitches for Caleb Cox. So close the book on him. Struck out 9.
So it'll be the heart of the order, 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Nico Nono, Jonathan Barham, and Logan Conklin.
Noto, Barham, and Conklin.
Nono for
4, 5, and 6 due up here for the Disco Turkeys as they've gotten to the bullpen.
bottom of the 7th, here we go. Connor looks in.
First pitch to Noto is inside, ball 1.
0-1. Mike Hill, right-hander. Couple of right-handers still throwing down in the Kingsman bullpen.
As Noto will ground this one foul.
Dugout. 1-1 to count.
1-1 the count.
Back with you for some Saturday Night Baseball tomorrow. 6:15 pregame on the road to Albemarle, North Carolina. Breaking ball high. 2-1 to count.
2-1 the count now.
Cats. The Hardy Cats.
Noto had a high back elbow in that stance. Takes a big rip at that one, but he blew the fastball right by him. 2-2.
Barham on deck.
Barham awaits on deck. The 2-2
5 hitter for the Disco Turkey.
coming from Micah Connor.
2-2 offering.
Noto pops this one foul back.
Right. Under the lights in Winston-Salem, the campus of Wake Forest University.
We are under the lights here at the couch in Winston-Salem. Wake Forest actually returned from Omaha about 3 o'clock this afternoon to a warm welcoming party as Noto fouls that one back. In case you missed it last night, the Demon Deacons got everything they needed and more from the Albemarle native. That's where the what's the team in Albemarle? That the
URI Wampus Cats.
Yes, that's what I was thinking of. That's who the Kingsmen will face tomorrow night.
That's right.
And Noto swings and misses at that one, and he is the first casualty of the 7th inning. Rhett Lauder, the Albemarle native, started for Wake Forest last night and
Jonathan Barham.
did all he could through 7 innings. The Wake Forest bullpen provided 3 solid innings of relief and then ran into trouble in the 11th inning when Tommy White, who's the transfer from NC State, knocked one out in the 11th inning. 2-0 LSU won the game, and they head to the College World Series Finals as that pitch to Barham misses up and in for ball 1. So it's an all-SEC CWS final between LSU and Florida. That'll get going tomorrow. That one misses low and away, ball 1. Ball 2, I should say. Pretty good weekend if you're a baseball fan. A pretty good Sunday, too. So you've got 2 early morning games this weekend. The Cubs and Cardinals are in London to play a 2-game set. As Barham fouls that one. Is that a fair ball? That's a fair ball. And Barham is going to reach, and the throw's going to go down into the bullpen. Barham will head to second.
Go.
Boy, if he would have been hustling a little bit right there, he might could have made it to third, but Barham content to be at second. He'll reach on a single and an error.
A swing and bunt.
It looked like it either hit off the plate or maybe hit off the shin guard to the catcher right there, but no. Just how it bounced off the turf, I guess.
Either way, I'll take it.
So it's a single and an error, and a 2-out base runner, or a 1-out base runner.
1 out, and here is Logan Conklin, who's 1 for 2.
No complaints at all.
We're in a 2-0 ball game. Conklin, big rip at the fastball. He didn't get it, 0-1. As we said, we'll be back here tomorrow night at 6:30 against Tarboro, but
They're down here.
you've got the College World Series Finals tomorrow night. Sunday, Disco Turkeys will be in action on the road. We'll have more information on how to follow along with that, but Conklin fouls that one back. 0-2 quickly on him. You've got 10 and 11 a.m. starts U.S. time, Eastern time, for the Cubs and Cardinals in London. And then you've got the Astros in action on Sunday Night Baseball. And you've got the College World Series Finals sprinkled in between as this one gets away from the catcher back of the plate. And Barham will head up to third here. So now Conklin with a 1-2 count, fly ball, could bring home the first run of the ball game for the Disco Turkeys.
Very favorable spot right here.
This is where situational hitting becomes ever so important, especially in the last third of the ball game.
Absolutely.
1-2 with 1 down and a man at third. Conklin, bat rests on the shoulder. Connor from the stretch, comes set. 1-2. Low, 2-2.
Low, 2-2.
Good leave.
Conklin has a base hit in one of his 3 plate appearances tonight. And that one goes inside and gets him, but Conklin will take it. As runners at the corners now.
Ouch.
Nah, he's a catcher. He'll be fine.
This is not good.
I think I'd still feel it, though.
The 3 weirdest groups of people on the planet in order of appearance are goalies, catchers, and pitchers.
And I've been 2 out of 3.
And you have been 2 out of 3.
Well, here's Calvin Schubert.
Just got to get you in some goalie pads
I'll do it.
over across the street there. Anyways, first and third, 1 out. And that one misses low. Ball 1 to Schubert,
Steps in.
who, as we told you, really had the defensive play of the game. Cut down Beavis at second, trying to leg out a double. We'll see if Schubert can knock one through here. Remember, fly ball scores a run.
Schubert represents the go-ahead run.
Playing in on the corners a bit as this one is chopped towards third, but foul.
Third base side.
1-1 the count to Schubert, who came in hitting below the Mendoza line. Has not reached tonight, but Disco Turkeys need a knock right here. Misses outside. 2-1.
2-1 to count.
The switch hitting Rodriguez is on deck as facing the right-hander to come. He's taking left-handed cuts there in the on-deck circle.
Kingsmen are entering the danger zone.
2-1, fouled straight back, but he didn't miss that one by much.
Good cut.
Just a little bit late on it, but he got around to it. Came right after him with a fastball. 2-2 count here with 1 out. Conklin at first, Barham at third,
2-2 the count.
and a 2-2 from Connor on the way. Fouled back again.
Out of play. Activity continuing in the Kingsmen bullpen, but the Kingsmen bullpen has been a, well, sore foot. The count holding it 2-2 to Schubert.
We'll see if Conklin heads in motion here with a full, if the count goes full.
Seventh.
See if they send him with one out. 2-2 count right here. Conklin gets the lead. And this one is popped up right side, but that will have enough juice to get out of play.
Long foul ball. Schubert is looking for his first hit of the night with Alex Rodriguez waiting on deck. Runners on the corners. Runner being held.
Runners at the corners here, one out. 2-2 count to Schubert.
Here's the pitch.
2-2 misses low and away.
Full count.
So full count here. We'll see if Conklin goes here. Big pitch in this ball game.
Very important right here.
Connor sets at the belt. Here's the 3-2 payoff.
Full count offering. On the inside corner, got him looking.
That's a good pitch.
Really good pitch on the inner half right there. Fastball dotted.
Rodriguez, who's 0 for 2 tonight, is strikeout looking.
Not much you can do about that one as a hitter. Got to tip your cap and walk off, but runners still at the corners here with 2 down.
So tying runs are aboard. Rodriguez represents the go-ahead run. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning.
See if A-Rod can come through right here.
And just trying to keep this thing from getting out of hand.
Disco Turkeys trailing this one 2-0.
Micah sets at the belt. Comes to the plate.
Rodriguez definitely went around right there, 0-1.
Halfway with a fastball.
You can hear the pop from Connor on that fastball. It has got some zip to it.
Salem.
Check on Conklin at first.
Runner being held at first.
0-1.
At the belt.
Rodriguez fouls that one straight back, 0-2.
So Rodriguez in an 0-2 hole.
This
with
would be
Chase Locklear.
The third runner, or the third situation tonight that the Disco Turkeys have stranded at least 2. Chuck Evans is on deck if Rodriguez can find a way to reach. Oh, 2 to A-Rod. Conklin going, pitch misses low, and no throw down to second. Conklin takes second on the defensive indifference.
That opens up first base.
They're willing to concede that and open up first base with a 1-2 count and 2 outs. Rodriguez fouls that one back yet again. Rodriguez, the switch hitting second baseman, digs back in. That one misses low. Runner coming to the plate. Barham's going to score, and a wild pitch will make it a 2-1 ball game. Disco Turkeys find a way to scratch one across here in the 7th. Barham reached on a single and an error.
There you go, the wild pitch. Now it's a 2-1 ball.
Advanced to third and now comes home on a wild pitch. 2-2 count.
2-2 the count to Rodriguez.
Rodriguez foul tips. That one could not be held on to behind the plate. So Rodriguez will see another here.
Evans waiting on deck. Time run 90 feet away. Bottom of the 7th inning. Here's the pitch of Micah.
2-2 is flared out to center. Whitaker's on the run. He can't get there. It's down and the run hops off the wall. Tying run will score. Rodriguez will be at third. He's got a triple, and this game is tied.
That is a way to do it.
Well, that ball just kept on carrying. Didn't look like he squared it up all the way, but got it up into the jet stream out in the right center. Whitaker couldn't hang on to it.
There is Evans.
2-2 game.
Had a chance to be a hero. As it's now a 2-2 ball game, and that is a brand new ball game. With 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. And just like that. And Bugaboo bites the Kings ball.
Up and away, ball 1. Score is 2-2. Trying to fix that on our scoreboard here.
The order of the night have been the Achilles heel here in Winston-Salem tonight for the Kingsmen. Connor deals again outside. 2-0.
2-0 the count here.
Activity picking up in the Kingsmen bullpen. Connor sets his belt, takes his time.
And this is up and in.
Almost got away. 3-0 the count.
3-0 is the count.
The pitch. High and tight.
High and tight, ball 4 to Evans.
And that puts runners on the corners. With 2 outs.
Runners at the corners here with 2 down.
And here is Chase Locklear.
Now Chase Locklear will come in. He's the extra hitter tonight.
Walk tonight, 2 trips to play. And here comes Joe Hudak, and I think we may see a change. I'd be very surprised if we don't.
We might see a pitching change here for the Kingsmen.
And yes, we're going to step aside. We are going to have a pitching change.
We will see a pitching change here. So 2-2 game, 2 down, bottom of the 7th. And the Kingsmen with a pitching change. We'll tell you about it when we come back. Strike one to Locklear, first and third here in a 2-2 ball game.
George taking his time, looking in. The activity continuing in the Kingsmen bullpen. Trying to find an answer.
And misses outside.
Curve misses.
1-1 the count here.
2 runs, 6 hits, an error. The Disco Turkeys have stranded 7 tonight. They're poised to take a lead.
Misses low, 2-1.
Ball, 2-1 the count. Kingsmen, 2 runs and 7 hits and no errors, and they have stranded 7. Pretty evenly balanced in here.
Disco Turkeys tied the game on the triple by Alex Rodriguez. 2-2. On the ground is short.
Ground ball, shortstop bumping.
Throw on to first is in time to get Locklear. And in the inning. But the Disco Turkeys
Definitely done. 2 runs and 2
able to get the tying run across on the triple by Rodriguez after Barham scored on the wild pitch. We got a brand new ball game, 2-2, headed to the 8th inning when we come back. Back here at the couch in Winston-Salem, Brett Wiseman alongside Logan Allen. Disco Turkeys able to tie the ball game.
Knotted to 2.
The bottom half of the 7th.
Pitch. Pops
5, 6, and 7 due up for the Kingsmen. Solorzano, the DH, leads things off.
Kingsmen need the
The
bats.
complexion of this ball game has changed completely.
Upstairs.
0-1 to Solorzano. Upstairs 1-1 as Adam Conrad in his 4th inning of relief work here.
He did come back out.
Conrad has 61 pitches on his
Still stretching going on in the Disco Turkey bullpen, but does not appear, and it's tough from our angle to see down into the bullpen whether anyone's throwing, but 2-1 is upstairs and off the top of the catcher's mitt of Conklin, so it's a 3-1 count here.
Under the lights in Winston-Salem.
Upstairs, ball 4, and it's a leadoff walk to start the 7th. Less than ideal for Conrad and company.
Davis with a runner on and the top of
And
the
here's Blake Beavis, the first baseman.
was hit into a fielder's choice single and popped up to the shortstop. 3 trips to the plate.
And you go back to the single near double that Beavis had. That's kind of an important play in this ball game now. He would have been in scoring position with 1 out. if he hadn't have been gunned down. He shows bunt here, pops it up. Conklin trying to get there, cannot, and he crashes into the padding there behind the plate and pops right back up.
Conklin, I mean, he more than gave it the old college try.
Well, back in 2021 when I was here with the Disco Turkeys,
Could not get the bunt down.
Conklin made a play similar to that on the popped-up bunt
It's straight up in
when there
the
was
air.
not a whole lot of padding at Truist Stadium.
Logan Conklin, I mean, he came charging after that thing.
But that wall behind the plate is heavily padded. If you've watched any games here, maybe on television, from a center field camera, it's heavily padded there behind the dish. Pick off to first, nothing doing. Looks like we do have someone throwing in the Disco Turkey bullpen.
Conrad looks in.
That one misses inside, dropped by Conklin behind the plate, and that will allow
Full advance and runner.
Solers Hano to move up 90 feet.
So wild pitch.
A runner in scoring position here with
Runner in scoring
nobody out.
position for the Kingsmen.
Less than ideal.
After tying up the ball game in the bottom half, not what you want to see in the
The count.
immediately following top half. Check on the runner at second. Beavis hits this one well out to left field. Back at the track at the wall. This one's gone.
Kingsmen.
Blake Beavis. A 2-run shot to left. And just like that, as soon as the Disco Turkeys came back to tie it, Blake Beavis hits one out to one of the deepest parts of the ballpark, out in left field, and gives the Kingsmen their 2-run lead back.
4-2, Kingsmen. Here at the top of the 8th, go back on top on the long ball, and that has been what they lived and died by here tonight in Winston-Salem. So here's Jack Davis, who has struck out twice.
Here's the first pitch to Davis. That one misses. 3 of the 4 Kingsmen runs tonight coming via the long ball. The solo homer by Troyer back in the 5th inning, as that one's in there for strike 1.
1-1 to down.
And now Beavis, a 2-run shot. That in there for strike 2. Conrad trying to bounce back as activity appears to be picking up in the Disco Turkey bullpen.
Well, Conrad, in his defense now at 71 pitches, is coming in for quite a spell.
And that one misses up and in, 2-2. It's the 72nd pitch of the night for Conrad in his now 4th inning of relief. Only 3 innings on the books here as he's yet to record an out here in the 8th. Misses low, count full.
Full count.
A 3-2 the count, and Conrad in danger of walking another.
Conrad with the 3-2 payoff.
Full count offering is strike 3 called inside corner.
That ball 4, no, that definitely, you can see that was a strike from all the way up here.
Painted the inner half right there. Jack Davis thought it was ball 4, but Logan certainly looked like he painted that inner half right there.
Absolutely. That was definitely well needed.
It's a big first out.
Jack Austin on deck.
Ryan Fluharty will stand in, the second baseman. The top half of the 8th, 1 away in a 4-2 ball game.
Inning.
Misses high and away, ball 1.
1-0 the count.
A cool 71 degrees here in Winston-Salem. For about the first third of the ball game, it was just short of a torrential downpour, as that one's fouled back. Count even now, 1-1. But skies have cleared up tonight.
Turned out to be quite pretty.
It's been raining or going to rain for about 10 days straight here in Winston-Salem, but it's held off for the most part tonight, and hopefully will tomorrow as well. We'll be back with you same time, 6:30. That is right there on the inner half.
pitch.
Strike two.
Not sure what else you're looking for there.
The fastball right in the wheelhouse. One, two, up and in, 2-2.
Almost wanted it.
He flinched a little bit. Conrad heading towards the 80 pitch plateau.
Kingsmen lead. We're at the top of the eighth.
That one skipped back.
Just staying alive.
Well, the hottest story in Major League Baseball right now is Ellie De La Cruz of the Cincinnati Reds, and the Reds were trailing for most of that ball game. But De La Cruz has now hit for the cycle, and the Reds are back in front. Boy, that kid is something. I was in St. Louis a couple of weekends ago when the Reds were playing the Cardinals and got to see him in person up close, and let me tell you, the hype is real. That kid is something special. As this one is popped up, back and out of play. It was a sixth inning triple. That was the first cycle for the Reds since Eric Davis did it back on June 2nd, 1989. This one is slapped on the ground, foul towards third.
A little bit of lightning, dead center.
Yeah, I just saw it. We'll see if... no call from the umpires here. I believe the rule is it's got to be within 8 feet of the ballpark.
8 feet's pretty close.
2-2 offering on the way.
That's a breaking ball that misses inside, not by much. Full count here.
One out on the inning. Kingsman. 2 on the board here to take the 4-2 lead. Like that's some insurance.
Conrad is set. Another full count offering. Fouled off yet again.
Foul on third base side past Joe Hudak. Duarte steps back in. Line gets set.
Another full count offering coming to Full Hardy, and that is ball 4. So a
There
1-out walk.
for the walk. So, here's Jack Austin. Jack having the 0 for 2 night with the walk, and I believe we're going to have someone coming in.
And I think we're going to have a pitching change here for the Disco Turkeys.
So we'll step aside, come back, close the book.
We'll tell you about the new Carolina right-hander when we come back.
Right after this on the Kingston Baseball Network.
Be back.
Back here at the couch in Winston-Salem, Hunter Russell, the new right-hander for the Disco Turkeys.
I think we've got a pinch hitter here for the Kingsmen.
We got a pinch hitter on for the Kingsmen, number 32. Don't have any bench guys listed on their lineup card, so we'll wait and try and get that name for you.
As of now, he's 32. And this is...
That misses low, ball 1.
Oh, yeah.
They just said, but I didn't get it, and I don't have a 32.
I heard
Nice.
Connor
And there's strike one.
something.
Connor Madison, I believe, is the name.
Connor Patterson.
Patterson. Connor Patterson. So 2-1 count.
Colin Patterson.
Upstairs. 3-1 the count.
So Colin Patterson will no doubt take over behind the plate.
That one popped up, backing out of play as Patterson is pinch hitting for Jake Austin, so he'll take over catching duties in the bottom half of the 8th inning. A 4-2 game, nobody out.
Russell sets in the belt.
Runner going, full count pitch is ball 4, so it doesn't matter. Throw goes into center, but it's backed up by Tubbs.
Going to stay put at second.
So Hunter Russell issues a walk to the first man he faces.
Four anyway, so it didn't really matter. Here's the top of the order with Darian Whitaker.
Darian and Whitaker will now stand in.
Tonight has walked twice and single.
He's been a busy man, 2 walks, a single, and seen a lot of fly balls out in center field tonight.
Runners are not being held. Here's the pitch.
That one on the outside corner. Good breaking ball from Russell right there to steal strike 1.
Finds the corner.
That one misses up at in, ball 1.
It's upstairs for a ball. 1-1 to count. I gotta start bringing water to these things.
That one misses low, 2-1 now.
For a ball. 2-1 to count. Runner at second and first. Kingsman with a 4-2 lead, looking to add to it here in the top of the 8th.
That is in there, strike 2.
Right down the middle.
Good off-speed pitch right there, able to clip the corner.
2-2 the count to Darian Whitaker.
2-2 here, still nobody out. Swing and a miss, he got him. Blew the fastball right by him, so Whitaker set down, and Russell's able to battle back and get a big time out number 1. 2 outs, I should say, 2 outs, excuse me.
And runners at first and second.
Either way, still a huge out.
It's a big second out as Aiden Rice will step in.
So here's Aiden.
That pitch in there for strike 1. Breaky ball that had some over-the-top movement to it.
And strike 1.
Russell looking to limit the damage here. Rice pops that one foul off to the right. Get out of play. Strike 2. Hey, my car's over there. Watch it, buddy.
I've had that happen.
Turn the bite there.
Well, at least you know it'll end up like the woman at the Indy 500 and have a tire crash into it, but She got a new car and free tickets to the next Indy 500, so I'd say she made out pretty well for herself. Ring him up, strike 3. Breaking ball frozen. And a backwards K will retire on the side. We head to the bottom of the 8th. The good news is the Disco Turkeys get out of the inning. The bad news, they gave up 2 on a 2-run homer by Blake Beavis. They trail by 2 and now have 6 outs to get those 2 runs back. Bottom of the 8th on the other side.
Tubbs and Smith on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
Back here at the couch in Winston-Salem, top of the order for the Disco Turkeys. Here in the bottom half of the 8th.
Looks at ball 1.
Bentley Yates takes inside ball 1. That one on the outside corner for strike 1. Count even now, 1-1.
Kingsmen with a 4-2 lead.
4-2 lead for the Kingsmen. That one outside.
It's a 59.5-footer. 2-1 the count.
2-1 count to the Disco Turkey shortstop.
He wanted to find some worms. Well, I guess there isn't if there's turf.
So, yeah, it's kind of hard for a worm to dig a hole in rubber pellets.
He still found a worm.
Gummy worm, maybe.
Good enough for me.
2-1. Upstairs, 3-1 now.
Hey, look, he found a bird.
No, he's not Randy Johnson. Fun fact, though, if you look up Randy Johnson's photography page on Instagram, his logo is a baseball hitting a bird. That one misses outside, ball 4. Or ball 3, I should say.
No, that should be
Didn't ask, but I'm
Should
glad I
be
know.
ball 4, but it's a 3-2 count.
3-2 count.
So somewhere in there was a strike that was not demonstratively called by the home plate umpire.
Yes.
Full count offering. Fights it off.
Play.
Foul ball.
Full count. Holmes.
Yates trying to set the table here in the bottom of the 8th.
Leadoff runner would be huge.
George looks in. The big right-hander kicks and deals.
Full count offering.
Payoff pitch.
Outside, ball 4. It's a leadoff walk to Yates.
Zone stays pretty tight there.
You want it. Here's Dion Tubbs.
As we said, it's been tight on that outside corner, but it's been consistently tight. There's been no give on either side. So you have to at least appreciate that portion of it, that portion of the strike zone isn't moving around a whole lot.
And that's what Brett said.
Runner being held at first. That's up.
That one upstairs, ball 1.
And the activity will begin again down in the Kingsman bullpen.
Sorry.
You got me with that one.
Pitching was a question mark.
1-0. Upstairs, 2-0 to Tubbs.
Ball 2.
I tried to work my way into it.
I'm just going to,
Leave it at that.
yep.
What's the count, Brett?
It's a 2-0 count here to Tubbs. Make that 2-1 as that fastball catches the outer half.
2-1 our count now.
It's 2-1.
On deck is Caden.
Thanks, Logan.
You're welcome.
Bad enough I have to deal with this guy during hockey season. 2-1 is swung on and missed. 2-2.
No, it's better during hockey
Honestly, yeah.
because I don't have to do anything.
You don't have to talk.
Kingsmen
I'm on the other side of you.
True.
lead.
And Jose.
Yeah.
And whoever's on camera.
Yeah. That's across the street. 2-2 swung on and missed. Tubbs disposed of quickly. And that's out number 1.
Sigh.
So one out base runner for Caden Smith, the DH. Caden tonight.
And Cade Smith, the DH.
He just got told all the secrets.
He's 0 for 2.
I think Dion just gave him a couple pointers right there on his way back to the dugout. Takes. Ball 1.
Misses outside. Ball 1.
Had to over on strike 1.
In the bottom half of the 8th inning, 1 out.
Pitch.
That's a breaking ball that sweeps back over the top part of the zone for strike 1. That upstairs, 2-1 now.
2-1 the count.
Nito is on deck. Would really like to get the middle of the order to the plate here. And would really hate for a leadoff walk to go by the wayside.
Offering.
That pitch low, 3-1.
3-1.
So hitters count here for Smith.
Kingsmen
Got to be smart.
not doing them any favors.
Want it on the tee.
It's got to be in his spot. You said it.
1 the count. Tying one at the plate.
That is in there over the inner half of the plate there.
That looked to be on the tee.
Yep. Smith thought it was ball 4, but that looked like a pretty hittable pitch in that spot. Count full, 1 out, 1 on. Bottom half of the 8th. Foul back.
Into the swing.
Staying alive.
We'll do it again. The table is set.
Little Bee Gees reference.
Little Bee Gees reference. Well, it's fitting. It's a disco
It is.
team. You've been known to dabble in disco dancing from time to time.
Yes, I have.
And strike 3 called over the inside corner.
As Nick George snuck that one by.
Nick George gets the backwards K. So he issues the leadoff walk, but then strikes out the next 2. One swinging, the next looking. And Nick Nito will step in.
He's 0 for 3 with a pair of strikes.
Noto, I should say.
There you go.
Nico Noto, who came into this one hitting 385. That one backstop
Pitch. That'll
over everybody, and that will allow Yates to move up to second. So he's in scoring position now with 2 outs as
that one.
Nick George threw that one closer to the French fry stand back here.
Get the helmet. Get the birds a helmet. I about said that backwards.
Yeah, need to get.
Whoops.
I don't know where Boogie, the Disco Turkey mascot, went to, but fortunately he was
I think it needs a helmet.
appears to be out of range on that one.
1-0 the count to Nick Noto.
Noto swings and misses at a fastball, 1-1.
1-1 the count.
Trying to avoid letting that leadoff walk slip by the wayside.
The inning. Runner at second. The tying run is at the plate with Noto.
It doesn't seem to be holding them on.
Noto takes outside, 2-1.
For a ball. 2-1 the count.
It's a good looking pitch. But again, it's been consistent on the outer half. Time called.
Time called. Umpires are going to have a conversation. They're pointing to something
And the umpire, the base umpire, is pointing
down the right field line.
down the right field line.
Radar. Something with the weather, I think.
We might have had a.
I'm not sure what this is.
Not sure what that delay was.
Don't you know about nothing, apparently.
Well, there may have been a lightning strike. I'm not sure if that's what it was, but Logan Allen, who also in his time as a broadcasting intern and collegiate pitcher, also dabbles as a
Meteorologist.
licensed meteorologist, is checking the radar at the moment. That takes high ball.
Closest lightning strikes, 24 miles away.
3-1. And we looked up the rules. It's 8 miles closest to the ballpark.
Not 8 feet.
Not 8 feet. As I guess I was on the metric system.
That's still nowhere close.
No. 3-1 is cut on and missed. That was a 3-1 swing. But a 3-1 miss, so it's a full count.
Lightning's on the other side of High Point from here.
That means it's moving this way.
With the runner on second,
I'm going to pretend I didn't see that.
bottom of the eighth.
What?
What?
Exactly. Full count. Blew it right past
Down he
him.
goes.
And George is fired up, heading off the mound. Disco Turkey strand the leadoff man after the walk. And they head to the 9th inning. We are in a 4-2 ball game. Kingsmen coming to bat, trying to add some insurance when we come back. Back here at the couch in Winston-Salem. 4-2 lead for the Kingsmen as we head to the top of the 9th. 3, 4, and 5 due up. Cam Troyer,
Oh, whoops.
who has a solo homer.
Cam will step in.
Now you got video.
And
Cam with an RBI tonight. That solo home run back in
a base umpire was not
Ready.
base.
ready.
Wasn't even out
He
there.
wasn't even out there. Kind of can't
Come on, guys.
play without the umpire on bases.
Can I
So-
play Jeopardy now?
No, because the pitch is coming.
Sad.
There's strike one on the outside.
I'll sing it.
4 runs on 8 hits tonight.
0-1 is low for ball one.
1-1 the count now. As that one misses to Cam Troyer. Russell sets it.
Hunter Russell came into this one as this one is launched out to center. Tubbs on the run, on the run, on the run. Won't get there, it's gone. That one just kept on carrying, and Troyer's second home run of the night He adds 1 to the Kingsmen total. It's now a 5-2 ball game.
Dagger.
Well, I was about to say Russell had not given up a run coming into play here tonight. Now he has.
Yard. And now we'll have a visit to the mound.
He had pitched 3 1/3 coming in, 4 strikeouts. And now a mound visit here from pitching coach A.J. Lewis. A.J.'s son, actually a member of that Wake Forest team.
We're going to have a pitching
He was a need pitched a couple innings for us too this summer.
You may see some of him this summer as well, as he's returned today with the rest of the Demon Deacons from Omaha.
also after this. So the Kingsmen
Nick Macadon, I believe, number 18, is coming on for the Disco Turkeys, and we'll tell you about the new right-hander for Carolina when we come back.
Good.
one that strikes out 2.
Back here at the couch in Winston-Salem. 5-2 is our score. Nobody out after a leadoff homer from Cam Troyer, his second of the game. Nick Macadon coming on, the right-hander,
Takes a strike.
nearby Carolina University. His third year with the Disco Turkeys. Gets strike 1. Coming right after Bryce Frederick, and that is strike 2.
In an 0-2 hole here. To Macadon.
0-2. Slider that misses outside, 1-2.
1-2 count.
That one misses outside once again. Tried the same spot, got the same result. Ball 2. 2-2 is the count.
Has been a tight strike zone for all pitchers tonight, regardless of what side of the field you're working at.
That's on the ball 3, as that one certainly looked like it was on the inside corner. Boy vey.
Here's the payoff.
That one on the ground is short, fielded by Yates, but he can't hang on to it on the stoop. It was going to be a tough play to get the runner at first anyways, as slowly as that was hit on the turf infield. It was just pounded into the ground.
An infield single.
No, certainly that's going to be scored an infield hit. No reason to give Yates an error on that, as even if he had fielded it cleanly, it was going to be a tough play.
So runner on first.
That one on the outside corner for strike 1. Still nobody out here,
So Sato.
as Macadon trying to find a way to get out of this inning.
Not in time.
In the top half of the ninth after the home run by Troyer. And the infield hit.
First, and
That one is right there.
for a called strike. 0-2 the count.
0-2 the count here to Solorzano, the DH. Beavis, who had that 2-run homer back in the 8th, is on deck. Oh, 2 pitch misses outside 1-2. So Macedon's had gotten ahead in the count 1-2. Both batters he's faced here.
Runner being held at first. Short lead there.
1-2.
Deals.
On the outside corner, got him looking.
Strike 3.
Backwards K for Macedon.
So here's Blake Beavis, who homered his last time up, driving in a pair.
In steps Blake Beavis. Had that 2-run homer back in the 8th his last time.
Oh, damn.
That one is outside and low a little bit, ball 1. That's now the third hitter Macedon's faced, and the first he hasn't gotten the first strike against.
Macedon deals.
And that one is cracked out to left. Goodbye. My goodness, that ball was cranked. Blake Beavis has his second home run of the game.
2 home run night.
He didn't need the short porch on that one. That was 340 plus at least off the bat.
7-2.
Beavis' second 2-run homer of this ball game, and he's now blown it open. It's 7-2 Kingsmen. And the floodgates have opened now. The
So Beavis with a 2 home run night.
4th Kingsman home run of the night. 2 from Troyer and now 2 from Beavis.
And here is Jack Davis, who's
Both solo homers from Troyer and both solo or 2-run homers from Beavis as Jack Davis swings and misses at that.
4 with a ground rule double.
Still nobody out.
Here's the pitch.
That's outside, 1-1. One.
No offering.
And it's inside, 2-1.
Ball, 2-0 the count.
One to Davis.
3-0 the count. Suddenly strikes are a premium here for the Disco Turkey pitching.
Macedon back to the windup with the bases empty. 3-1 is whacked foul, full count.
3-1 the count.
Macedon set, the full count offering. On the ins, no! Called ball 4. Boy, it looked like, Logan, that's a pitch we've seen a few times tonight that's rung somebody up.
1 out.
That's going to be one he wants back.
And here is
That is a mood killer, for sure.
Ryan tonight 0 for 3 with a walk.
Ryan Flaherty to the plate, 0 for 3 tonight with a base on balls. Macedon back to the stretch. Still nobody out.
Runner on first. And
That one is lined to right. That is going to drop in front of the right fielder, a base hit.
And
Runner will stop at second.
First and second. Starting to turn into a little batting practice here now for the Kings.
And Chuck Evans had to pull up on that one, Logan. Looked like he actually might have lost it in the lights for a moment.
That he did.
And that'll bring on Colin
He
Thomas.
looked like he shaded his glove up there to kind of shield his eyes a little
Step
bit.
in.
I thought it was going to be caught off the bat.
There's a little cue shot the other way.
Macedon sets at the belt from the stretch.
And I believe this is the pitcher hitting for himself now. Yeah, Nick George is indeed hitting for himself in the catcher spot, in the 9 spot. George cracks one foul off to the left side.
Direction of Joe Hudak.
Seems nobody to be thrown in our bullpen.
Well, this is Macedon's ninth inning to go out and grind through here.
Fiasco.
That call the ball.
2-1 count.
2-1 count. That inside corner has gotten tighter and tighter as this game has gone on.
Runners at first and second, 1 out.
That's in there, strike 2.
There we go.
2-2 count. There is 1 out here in the inning.
Double play still in order.
Right in the dirt.
Outside, full count.
Full count now.
Runners at first.
There hasn't been one all night, has there?
It's a 7-2.
There's not been a twin killing tonight.
No 1, 2, 3, 3 innings or double plays.
Be a good time for one.
Absolutely.
That misses low and away. Ball 4. That'll load him up. And now back to the top of the order in Whitaker,
Well, here's Darian Whitaker.
who has had a busy night at the plate as the leadoff man and out in center field defensively.
Out and walked again and scored a run and struck out swinging. So officially, he's 1 for 3 with a run scored and a pair of walks.
First pitch to him is low and outside, ball 1.
Where you look, Kingsman base runner. We're in the top of the 9th inning.
And Kingsman really threatening to blow this one open now, as that is on the outside corner, strike 1. Macedon comes back to even the count at 1.
One offering.
That's in the dirt, 2-1.
2-1. Aiden Rice, the 9th man to bat this inning, on deck.
And Kingsman threatening to bat around here in this half inning. Whitaker slices that one to the left side, foul. 1-2.
2-2 the count.
Pitch clock might have been a good idea for today's game.
2-2 the count. Probably wouldn't have been a bad idea. As much as a not proponent of it as I am.
I am and not, depending on the day. And
And that one goes back. Well, you've pitched with it
I have.
collegiately, so
I've never had a problem with it.
what's it like? Does it change your mechanics? What happens?
For pitchers that take a while to get up onto the mound, there's a big difference.
Well, you already worked fast, so it didn't really have. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's
And ball 4.
outside, ball 4. That'll walk in a run.
So now it's an 8.
My mindset is, as soon as I get the ball, I'm back on the mound.
And here is
And with the clock, you really don't have a choice. You've got to be back up there on the bump.
Gotta be ready for it.
A 15-second reset.
Down in D3 JUCO, I think we get 20. Not much more.
Not much leeway.
So Aiden Rice will
Well, I didn't really start pitching till last August anyway. So I've never had to.
Well, you've never really pitched without it then. So
No.
misses ball 1 inside to Aiden Rice.
I've still never had a problem with it though.
and ball 1.
That's in there, strike 1. See, that
1 to count.
was really, I think, the biggest point for me was when you look at somebody who works as quickly as maybe an Edwin Diaz of the New York
Yes.
Mets, and then you look at somebody that swung on and missed strike 2 like a Giovanni Gallegos of the St. Louis Cardinals, who before the pitch clock would take about 3 to 5 business days to make an offering.
1-2 offering coming up.
Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, and that's a big second out.
There we go.
So now we can say
Who began the inning
the Kingsmen had batted around. It's Cam Troyer. This was a completely different ball game the last time he stepped to the plate in this half inning. A solo homer that made it a 5-2 game at that time. And since then, the Kingsmen have added 3 on top of his second solo homer of the night as that misses for ball 1.
As this game reaches 3.5 hours.
We started about 6:40, and we're now heading towards 10 o'clock. That is outside, 2-0.
2-0.
Encouragement from the crowd behind the plate here. at the couch. Yeah, we'll be back here tomorrow night, same time, 6:30.
Here's the pitch.
That's right
There we
there
go.
on the outside corner, 2-1.
Strike, 2-1 the count.
Still slim to no movement in our bullpen.
We said it. This is Macedon's inning.
Indeed, it is.
On the ground to
And-
second. Between the legs of Rodriguez. That's going to score 2.
2 runs are in.
And to make it a 10-2 game as George comes across
Ball game.
to hit double digits for the Kingsmen as that one right through the wickets of Rodriguez. And now A.J. Lewis is going to step out to the mound and have a chat here with Macedon. Come back in the 9th inning a lot tougher. Where in Rodriguez's case, he might not be accustomed to fielding a ball on an infield in which there is no dirt.
Indeed.
I don't think he'd had a ground ball hit to him all night, actually.
I don't believe so. Also, with sitting on your heels for quite a while,
Right.
that play's going to be a lot more difficult.
3 singles tonight.
So runners at the quarters now with 2 down. That one is in the dirt, picked by Conklin
Good pick.
to save a run with Whitaker dancing at third.
Logan Conklin played first base a couple nights ago.
He can play the corners.
Indeed.
Played third a few times a couple of years ago. He's another third-year Disco Turkey as that one's in there. Conklin and Macedon are teammates at Carolina University.
Nick Macedon sets the belt. Here's
There's quite a few teammates,
That one misses low, 2-1.
and quite a few teammates on this team.
Macedon and Conklin were 2 of the original Disco Turkeys that came with then Carolina University head coach and Disco Turkey head coach Kirk Cabana. As this one is laced down the left field line, just foul.
slap that
And Matt Rivers both came from Rockingham CC.
last moment.
We've got some D1 guys on the roster as well. We noted Harrison Lewis, who just returned from Omaha earlier this afternoon with the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, who call this ballpark home.
Along with Pierman. I can't pronounce his last name to save my life.
Out to Bryce Frederick.
That one misses low and away, 3-2.
From doing all the way down to the bottom.
Well, Macedon at 43 pitches in his short stint here. It's his time, sets his belt. Here's the payoff.
Pitch for Macedon. Misses low, ball 4. And it's another walk.
So the base is loaded once again for Nick Solorzano.
So Solorzano will come to the plate.
Scored a run, struck out.
He's now the 11th man to bat in the inning.
Back to Nick will be number 12 this inning.
That would be the 12th batter to hit, pardon me.
Oh, sorry.
And that is on the ground. Diving stop at first. Flip to the pitcher covering. What a play
Do it. So
to get out number 3. So finally, the Disco Turkeys are out of the top of the 9th inning, but not before 6 cross the plate and 12 men come to bat for the Kingsmen as they blow it open. A 10-2 ball game. We head to the bottom half of the 9th. Disco Turkeys looking for a miracle comeback. We'll see if they can get it done after this.
ninth, and this could be the comeback of all comebacks.
Back inside the couch here in Winston-Salem. 10-2 is our score in favor of the Kingsmen. Disco Turkeys will be back in action tomorrow night, and Logan and I will be back alongside you same time, 6:30, against Tarboro.
Top of the ninth inning, do or die time for the Disco Turkeys. It'll be the heart of the order, 4-5.
Hopefully flip the script tomorrow as well.
Well, still got 3 outs for the Kingsmen to get, so we'll see if Jonathan Barham can
Start us off.
start the engine here. That's in the dirt, ball 1.
Good start.
Conklin on deck.
Barham, who singled and struck out twice tonight, scored back in the 7th.
That one misses upstairs, 2-0.
2-0.
Nick George now in his 3rd inning of work for the Kingsmen.
George, everything to gain and everything to lose.
2-0. Barham swings right through that one, 2-1.
Nick looks in. Here's the 2-1.
2-1. Outside corner, 2-2.
Called strike. Strike zone starting to widen just a little bit now.
Yeah, in a 10-2 game in the bottom of the 9th, the outside corner finally got some give. As
The witching hour.
yeah,
Absolutely.
I believe our umpire's getting paid by the hour. That one's in there. Strike 3 called backwards K.
When balls become strikes, the witching hour.
Well, I thought that was when wins become losses, as they say on the Red Zone channel.
Yeah,
Shout out Scott Hansen. Love that guy.
I know, Scott.
Conklin to the dish after the backwards K, 1 down. And he takes outside, ball 1.
Was hit by pitches last time up, but did score back in the 7th.
He came around to score the tying run on that triple by
Swing and a miss.
Rodriguez. That was the last marker back in the 8th. 2-0 is the count to Conklin.
Will come to air tomorrow night at 6:15.
Conklin in the air to center, but right at Whitaker, who will step under it for out number 2.
Makes the put out.
Here's Calvin Schubert.
Here's Calvin Schubert. It's all down to him having an over 3 night, a pair of strikeouts.
He's 0 for 3 tonight with a pair of Ks, and
Fly out.
Disco Turkeys down to their last out.
George deals high and away.
And George throws that one Nuke Lelouch style right to the backstop. If you've seen Bull Durham, you know what that reference was. That one cracked out to right, and a sliding catch is made, and that will end the ball game.
Put the finishing touch to this one.
10-2 is our final score. The Disco Turkeys battled back to tie it in the late innings, but
10-2 lead. Tomorrow
a 2-run homer from Beavis, and then
baseball network.
a 6-run outburst in the top half of the 9th inning, blow the gates wide open, and the Kingsmen take this one. They end their 4-game losing streak and hand the Disco Turkeys a tough loss tonight, Logan.
Absolutely.
I'll be back with you same time tomorrow night, 6:30, right here on the Disco Turkey YouTube channel. For Logan Allen and everyone with the Carolina Disco Turkeys, and of course the Wake Forest Demon Deacons for hosting us this evening. Matt Wiseman saying so long. We'll see you back here tomorrow night.